Sup nerds, welcome to the Omni4Game podcast, episode 78. I am Sean, and I'm joined with Chris and Brandon as always.
Sup guys, this week's Omni4Game recap, we go over our locals, our second locals, the ban list reactions, why does Bandai hate me, and then weekly reveals and comment questions. So if you guys like this, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next episode.
Alright, first topic, locals recap. We'll do Trinity first.
Which means
don't know who goes first.
I am.
Okay.
Because I didn't even go.
That's right.
I stayed at home because me and my wife got Split Fiction, and we wanted to play that some.
Hey, we just bought that.
Oh, nice. Dude, it's so much fun. Just wait until you get turned into piggies. It's an amazingly
spoiler,
adorable mission.
dude. This guy.
Just wait.
Hey, I took the plastic off this one already. I haven't played it in the PS5 yet, though.
Oh, okay.
I think y'all will enjoy it. I don't know how Sean is with video games, and I don't know how Emily is, or I'm sorry, your wife, putting her name out there.
Damn doxer, why
I just know Brandon gets on to E, or like will roast her if she's playing poorly, so I don't know how, you know.
I have to gentle parent her while when we're playing co-op games.
So I actually have a clip saved to my PS5 where there's a little platforming section, and I'm walking up to it, and I go to jump onto it, and E, not knowing what she has done, brutally spikes me, like Smash Bros style spikes me into a death chasm because she mixed up the grapple button and the attack button. So she swung her sword instead of shooting off her grapnel, and just Smash Bros spiked me. Dude, it was so funny. She just kept going on. Like, she had no idea what she had done to me. And I'm obviously sitting there like, what did you do? It's so fun, though. Have you guys played It Takes Two?
No.
You need to get onto that one as well.
We never did, but we bought the Split one, so we're going to do that.
Yeah. Once you're finished with that one, go play It Takes Two. It's made by the same people.
Okay.
Alright, so anyways, Brandon, go Tuesday. Go ahead, Sean.
Okay, you finished higher than me?
Yes. I won Tuesdays.
Oh, okay. Alright.
Because you were playing a very fair deck.
Oh, that's right. I forgot we played each other round 3. I totally forgot.
Yeah.
And right. He said, I didn't win, blank.
Yeah.
Out of mine.
I was like, I didn't come first or second. I don't remember this. This didn't happen.
Ghost was super fair. Oh.
Yeah. So I played Necromon. Unfortunately, extremely fair deck. Like, relative to the current power level of the game. Round 1, I played against Invisimon. That is actually an awkward matchup because of how end of turn works, because executes an end of turn effect, and so is all of their effects to play themselves out of security. So it was.
So I'm assuming because you would have turn player prio, his stuff would happen after the attack.
His stuff would happen after I declared the attack, but before the attack actually checked security. His stuff would come out, and he would be able to ace me, because it's before counter timing. Gotcha. Which actually happened. That's why the matchup is awkward, because he is playing like Shadow Seraphi,
Zudo,
so much Digigolf. So much Digigolf.
Literally almost every single like level 6 that de-evos.
Yeah, I never saw Vike, but I saw Seraphi, and I saw
Metal C,
Megadramon. I didn't see any of the other ones you're talking about. I just saw Megadramon and Seraphi.
He plays all of them.
He probably changed it. He said he changed it from Friday.
I wonder if he plays more.
Because we played 3 games, and I didn't see a single one of those cards you just mentioned. So that's actually what cost me game 1, is I got kind of blown out by that. And then I just ran them down games 2 and 3, because I was like, okay, I just have to get through your security so I can check those if they do end up in security before you get a chance to play them back out. So I just ran them down games 2 and 3. And round 2, I played against a newer guy that's still learning the game, playing Zephigamon. So I won that 2-0. And then round 3 played against Chris playing Cross Art, which is... It can do unfair things. I don't know how it would fare versus like a tier 1 deck if it's not tier 1 itself. But it seems like it's better than I assumed it would be, unfortunately. And I got 2-0'd because it was the worst I had drawn all night, 2 games in a row. And then we played an extra match after, and then I 2-0'd him right back.
Yeah, I drew
yeah, you drew poorly.
Hands. I drew unplayable hands. I was like, thank God this happened.
Yeah, unfortunately, the match that counted is the one that I got 2-0'd in, though. But yeah, I don't know what place I got, but I'm pretty sure I got like my tiebreakers were bad. I didn't get second because of who I played. Okay. So yeah, I came in whatever place I came in, and then Chris came in first.
Right. So I came in first Tuesday night. Round 1, played against Creed, who was playing Royal Knights. Unfortunately for him, he didn't really know the deck because he showed up and he asked some of the other players there for a deck to play. And he's never really played the new stuff. And I was kind of trying to help him and guide him. And AJ and David were also like helping coach him a little bit. Mm-hmm. Just so like it wouldn't be so unfair. But there were like a bunch of little things he would miss that did help me win the match.
Yeah.
Like at one point, like I swung with EX into a security with the alliance and stuff. His Omekamon came out, and he was like reading Omekamon's effect and everything, and I literally went, anything else? And he's like, nope. I said, okay. So I would activate my option card to restand, swing, activate the when attacking. I would delete the Omekamon again, and he's just like, oh, okay. And I'm like, afterwards, I'm like, me, David, and AJ are all like, you could have Omni X there. And he's like, what do you mean? I was like, it's an on-play effect. And he didn't realize that until afterwards.
Could he have?
Yeah.
I think you're forgetting about your EX6 Shoutmon effect.
Oh, it wasn't. It was only minus 4K at the time.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. I didn't have all the pieces under it. I only had like the Rush, the Z, and something. Anyways, what was I gonna say? Oh, and then game 3. I won game 1. Despite him having Medieval Gallant on the board, I was able to finally clear that thing off. I had to do a lot of maneuvering to get that off the board. Game 2, he saw it again super early. He ends up just winning that one. And then game 3, I go into Valder Arm, which pretty much turns off all of his on plays, so it wouldn't matter at that point.
Deck. Yeah.
Yeah, so it turned off his deck. So I ended up winning that game. Round 2, I ended up playing against Chronicle. That one was also a little back and forth with me and Spencer. I just got super lucky some games where I would see multiple of the option cards and multiple EX6s, where I would just be able to rush him down really quick. But if he established Oryukin, it was kind of difficult for me to get over sometimes. There were a couple occasions where it was suspended and I was able to attack over it to clear it that way. Then round 3, like Sean said, played against him. I 2-0'd him. He drew pretty poorly. I guess I don't know too much about the Necromon deck, so I don't know what looks good and what doesn't.
Did you see me do anything?
Yeah, I mean, you Digivolved and you swung at my security and stuff. Yeah, you were playing.
I was technically playing the game. I didn't draw unplayable. Fair. Yeah,
it just seemed like it was a super fair deck, and I'm like, he's just not used to this. Like us down here, us peasants down here, playing a super fair deck where he doesn't establish a crazy lock that is you can't play against. He's not like, hey, ruin mode twice, you can't play, or here's Volcanic Dramon, you can't promote or play 6k less.
Yeah.
It's like,
Here's
So-
7 angels. I hope you're okay with only.
Yeah,
getting
here's
so.
20 cards on my board that you can't touch.
Just accept it.
So I end up getting him 2-0. Not much to really say there. Just he opened up poorly. I just did my cross stuff and just killed him. So we can go to Friday at TBS now.
I didn't go Friday. I was busy not going to locals. I went to a birthday dinner for my wife at her mom's house.
Oh, nice.
So I will go. I had an absolute awful time at TBS this Friday. So first round, played against Ben, playing Perperial still. Game 1, he pushed my poop in, and it didn't matter what I did because he just swing, DNA, swing. Nothing I can do about that. If I can't set up Omni early enough, it doesn't matter. And if I do set up Omni, sometimes he can just play through it. Game 2, he basically couldn't lethal me. Like, he didn't have the correct line to lethal me. So I was able to actually Omni and keep turn and lethaled him. And then game 3, he high rolled the bejesus out of me by going, I just need insert this card. Plays Analog Youth, and of course, searches that exact card. It's not nearly the first or last time that's going to come up, especially with Analog Youth. So then he just killed me on the spot right there and then. I don't know if I mentioned, I'm playing normal DNA Omni, not Ancient Omni. Just normal DNA Omni. With, like, new, up-to-date stuff from this last set. Round 2, I played against Chris. He was playing Vortex this week. 1-2. Game 1, he couldn't stop my Omni from clearing his board and killing him, so I win. Game 2, I basically bricked. And I was trying to fight back, but I couldn't. Like, I was kind of in an unwinnable state, and he just slowly chipped me away with all his unsuspending and swinging and stuff. Game 3, he built a Medieval Gallantmon on, like, turn 2 or 3.
It was super. It was literally like turn 2.
Yeah, like,
crazy.
he literally went, like, 2, 5, next turn promote, Medieval Gallant.
Well, I think what happened was
memory by setting up tie.
Yeah, and I was like training, and I was like maybe Tamer or Memory Boost, and yeah, the following turn I was like, hey, I'm popping.
So he had Medieval Gallant set up, but it was suspended. So I was like, all right, I can out it, assuming he doesn't have the Zephyga Ace. Again, it's turn 3, so I literally promote my Agu, warp it into 12 or 14 Wargrey, and then attempt to swing into it. Because I'm going to be able to pierce, get 2 checks. And of course, he already has the Zephyga Ace in hand, and I just get blown out on the spot from that point. Yeah, I literally got blown out on the spot right there. It put me back so far behind, because then you were able to basically build an entire second stack, and then I couldn't do anything to your board, because if I hard play something, Medieval Gallant just blows it up. So, it was just unwinnable at that point. Round 3, I played against Tyler playing Beals, and I lost that 0-2. So, game 1 and 2, I literally never saw a singular copy of Omnimon. I had every Wargrey, I had every metal, but I never even saw Omni. Which is crazy, because I even put in a card that now searches Omnimon. And I saw both of them, but never got to Omnimon, the option card. It searches Royal Knights, and Omni's a Royal Knight.
The 4-cost option card from...
Yeah, that also protects him, yeah.
Okay. I guess that makes sense.
Yeah. So you can search Omni, and it searches Omni X. Cool. And it's, like, crazy, because, like, I low-key think Tyler's Beals deck is actually worse now.
Because they updated it with the new cards.
So he's like, oh, this Beelsmon has blocker, and I'm like...
Oh my god, he put that stuff in?
To kill me?
Ooh.
Like, why aren't you trying to kill me?
Yeah.
What's going on here? So he literally just slowly killed me, and it was pain.
Yeah.
Like, it was so much pain. And then, of course, round 4, I got the buy. So instead of sitting in the store having everybody try to give me a little pity party going, "It's okay, guys, you know, it happens all the time." Yeah, I don't want to hear that. Like, obviously I'm having a bad time, just let me have my bad time. So I basically just went outside, sat in the car, and read manga for like an hour and a half. And honestly, that was the best part of my night.
I'll see you guys later. I'm gonna go pout in the car.
No, I was just enjoying reading my manga. I read like 20, 30 chapters of Don, and it was great.
So anyways, we had a very interesting Friday night.
I'm not getting into the details of that night, by the way. I'm not doing it. I'm not dragging that in.
We had some people show up a couple minutes late, bring their kids, then enter their kids into the tournament. We're kind of like, oh, okay. And then said person doesn't even play the first 2 rounds because his deck's not even put together. Anyways, round 1, I played against. Oh god, I had just looked at this. Who did I play round 1?
Jeez, this dude.
Oh, I'm sorry. I played against Josh, who was playing Digimon Tribal. I'm not gonna say Tribal because he's playing a couple different cards, and they're like Marine Bullmon and stuff like that. So it's like just water stuff. Anyways, I think I got game 1. I was just able to do Vortex stuff and see Medieval. Medieval really, really, really hurts his deck. Games 2 and 3, I lost because I was not able to see Medieval. And if that deck pops off, it pops off. I'm talking like he would go from like having 1 Digimon on the board to suddenly having like 5. All off of like 1 or 2 effects.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah. So that deck was very strong. He also has the promo Digimon, which is like ridiculously expensive right now for absolutely no reason. It's pushing over $60.
It's
60 now. Yes, jeez. For no reason. That deck is not doing anything. It has no reason being that much money.
Dude. That's all it is.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
Round 2, played against Brandon. He already kind of talked about what happened there.
I'm still pissed.
It was pretty
about that early.
It was pretty back and forth. I don't know what you want me to. I mean, I literally had my opening hand, and then I drew like 5 more cards after. No, I saw how many cards? I saw so many cards that fall. You gave me 4 memory. I go training, and like memory boost. Well, yeah, it was in my opening hand.
Yeah, I would have understood if I saw you add it to your hand.
Anyways, so yeah, it was actually pretty back and forth between us. Zephagamon can actually do a lot. It still requires your opponent to have stuff on the board, and it relies a lot on its tamers, is what I was like discovering, which I already kind of knew. Like, I knew both of those weaknesses going in already. I still wanted to play the deck and have try it out because the Zephagamon Ace is really strong. And just the fact that you can Digivolve it on top of Medieval as well is really nice. You lose the Medieval effect, but it's still just like a really cool like interaction you can have.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if you're blowing your opponent out.
So yeah, and then round 3, I didn't really count because I played against one of the kids who was playing a Tentomon deck. It was just like it was pretty cool. I mean, the kid was really nice. I'm not even gonna. Maybe he was like 8 or 9. I couldn't tell. He was really chill kid, respectful. When he tried to do something, I would correct him or like. And he didn't ask why, he didn't complain, nothing. He was like, oh, okay, cool. And then we just played, of course, beat him 2-0. Round 4, played against Ben, who was playing Red Purple Imperial Dramon. And boy, oh boy, is that deck scary sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me about it.
I already see it now. If this ban list hasn't touched something on that deck, it's the next one that everyone's going to be complaining about. Because that deck can high roll like no one's business. When I tell you game 1, he only opened 1 level 3, and then I just proceeded to kill him from there. because he just bricked, and I'm like, okay, maybe maybe I got a chance here.
Fighting chance, right there.
Game two. He's like, okay, it's not a bad hand. He does his little stuff, whatever, and he's milled a couple cards. There's no level 4 I've seen except for the one he's got suspended on his board. So early Zephigamon ace it, Digivolved it on top of one of my Digimon. I think my just starter deck Zephigamon. Bottom deck his level 4. I'm like, we got to get that out of here. I don't want to put it in his trash because that's where he wants it. Bottom deck it. I start swinging at his security. Great memory boost. Okay. And then the third check is like something else. So he's at 2 security. 2 of the 3 hits are great memory boosts. I'm like, great. Awesome. I've given him free memory here. But I know I have to try and rush him down so I can try and win this matchup. Because my deck can't kill that quick. Like, I can kill, but not from 5 security in like 1 turn. It takes a lot for me to try and have that. So, I'm like, okay, I do my stuff, put him to 1 memory. I'm like, okay. I've done everything I can.
You can get him. Yeah.
He promotes. He goes, alright. Great memory boost goes to 3. Analog Youth. Mill. BT16 Wormmon. Promo Shadramon. And EX3 Flamedramon.
It's the perfect
Ben literally lost it. He says, I've never high rolled someone this hard. adds the Shadramon, and then killed me.
Dead on the spot.
I literally, once I saw him mill those 3 cards, almost picked up my cards and said, alright, let's go to game 3. But I had to watch him actually do it to make sure. Because he did say he did need to draw the fire mode also.
Yeah.
He's like, I needed a draw, but he's seeing so many cards, it didn't matter. Literally, no level 4s in trash. He had none in hand. He said, I had none in hand. Analog. Boom, boom, boom.
Bad.
Saw the 2 perfect cards. He said it had to be those 2 cards.
All 3 of those cards, unless he had another level 4 in his trash.
Yeah, it had to be all 3 of those cards.
It needed to be exactly that mill.
Yes. Because then he also did the Wormmon stuff as well. So, anyways, so he ends up doing that to me. Okay. Game 3 was actually a very good game, back and forth. We ended up having like 20-something minutes in that for that final game. And we used all of it and still went into time. Because it was just so back and forth. He was looking for his pieces. I was trying to outmaneuver him, play around his stuff. I had a suspended starter Zephigamon who was unaffected by his stuff. And then I had played a Grand Gale. I had hard played a Grand Galemon. No. I hard played a Galemon and then Digivolved into Grand Galemon. Suspended it. So it was also unaffected stuff. End of turn, suspended both of my Shotos. Restood them so they both had blocker. So I was in like what I thought was a pretty good spot. I had green scrambled earlier in the game. Or earlier that turn, put my Zephigamon ace back on the top of my deck, had drawn it for turn, obviously. So so he knew I had it, but with red, purple, Imperial, so much happens that he forgot I had it. So he was trying to also play around that. It was just like a really good back and forth. He ends up getting it. Ben walked up to me afterwards, and he goes, that might have been one of the top 5 games I've ever played before. Just because of like all the little interactions and stuff we had, and just because of how hard he absolutely high rolled me in game 2. I literally almost picked up my cards. I was like, okay, let's go to game 3, because I knew it. Once he milled the Wormmon, I'm like, okay, Shade and then Flame. I'm like,
no.
I was like, there's no way. It's exactly those 3 cards. Sean, hey, Ben lost it. He goes, he like sat up. He's like, oh no way. I'm like, oh god.
It's always so rough whenever he gets excited off of draws or something.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, how bad does this hurt?
Alright. Yeah, so I ended up getting like 9th. We had like 17 players there, but really like 3 of them didn't count. So yeah,
trash.
So it was fun. It was still pretty fun.
I enjoyed reading my manga.
Yeah.
Okay.
Brandon, have a good time. All right, let's get into this ban list. Sean, we all made a pact that we wouldn't look at the ban list.
Mm-hmm.
Literally 5 minutes into it being released, we get a message from Sean. I've already seen the ban list. How?
It wasn't 5 minutes. It was longer than that. It was like
30 minutes.
It was like half an hour to an hour.
Yeah, it seemed like 5 minutes.
It was probably going to be impossible for me to avoid it because I would have accidentally opened Facebook or something. And people have posted on their YouTube thumbnails the list.
So my precautions I took is I took Facebook off my main page of my phone and threw it on some other page. So I was never tempted to open it. And then for YouTube, I had 40 videos saved into my watch later because I thought we were going to have to wait till Monday to do this. So I was prepared. I was ready.
So I did not completely stay pure. I did have one card spoiled for me because of a YouTube post. But other than that, this is mine and Brandon's genuine first reactions to it. So,
all right, just click it now and.
Yes.
No, that's Stingmon. No, I'm just kidding.
So the starter deck Stingmon is on the ban list.
Hold on, for real? Why?
I don't know.
Conditional draw one?
This isn't even the good. I mean, this isn't even the one. Come on, Sean. What? Why?
I do not know. It is the most random thing.
I was joking.
I think this is future card design issues because it is a when attacking draw one, not once per turn. However,
8 times.
However, Imperial doesn't even play this.
No, it doesn't. But like,
yeah,
okay. I guess if Garu, right? I guess if Garu can't have it, neither can. No, we don't even. We play the game memory one. Yeah, I mean we play the game memory one.
I do not know why this is. This is the by far the most random one they decided to throw on the list.
Okay.
I am interested for when they finally update the website and actually have the explanation for this.
No, I agree with Sean. It's got to be some kind of future proof. Like, hey, if we want to do anything with like, I guess playing it for 3 is also really nice. Like, this was the go-to one before the memory gain one. Like,
yeah, before we got the ones that people play now. It's so stupid.
Very, very strange.
I'm already so thrown off.
They're like, hey, Imperial, stick out your wrist.
Yeah. Oh no! Is this the only hit that happens to Imperial? That'd be wild.
Do you want me to tell you that now, or
no?
Okay.
No. Okay. All right. That's.
I'm going in the reverse order of like the list I'm looking at.
Okay.
The next one is gonna be kind of rough. Close your eyes. Close your eyes, guys.
Oh, okay. I thought you should have had all these pulled up already as different tabs.
Maybe I should do that. You can open them now.
Too late. We're already in it.
Okay. No! Oh no! Oh no! I'm sorry. You can't have anything. No.
Yeah, the promo logo got hit to 1.
No. Oh no.
Yeah. Ancient Omni.
I can't see Brandon's face. How upset is he?
He's taking it better than when Gabumon got hit.
Hold on, guys. I got this. This is now me. This is.
All around me are familiar faces.
If you can't see, I'm holding up.
He's holding up promo Goonie.
But the thing is, like, this deck's not doing anything either, though. Like, I understand, but
I
don't know. I mean
Ancient Omni was the reason why they hit promo Louis as well.
Okay, and but I feel like if this
that was straight up for Bond. But
I feel like
but it's the same engine, yeah.
Same engine.
I feel like if this gets hit, you gotta hit a Goonie.
Are you ready to move on to the next one?
Yeah, just go ahead and type in a Goonie.
All right, close your eyes.
Okay. I feel like if Lobo got hit, a Gooniemon deserves it.
If it's not
Goonimon's
a
all right, open your eyes.
Well. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Red
Hybrid needed something.
They hit both of them, which I think the BT-17 Ancients combined with these is a really broken engine. I've said it since they came out.
Yes.
The only thing I could potentially see have been hit in Red Hybrid and not this card would have been the original Secret Greymon, as it can just check 5 security for basically free. But
right,
yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah.
What's funny is if you see one of them, you have it the rest of the game.
You see it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. It's true.
It's going to be a very annoying one of you're like, oh, they opened it. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Well, no, it makes Red Hybrid even more high rolling now if they see this.
It's the same thing for Blue Hybrid. They still recycle it too.
Yeah. Like, the thing is, you can just play the, there's so many ways to recycle it, specifically in red. You just play the red-purple one.
I kind of figured red Hybrid was going to get hit. The Lobomod's kind of surprising just because we just don't see it with any results. But, like, it makes sense. Like, you know.
Well, if they take out Mirage, which I'm assuming is coming, don't say anything, obviously. But if they're taking that out, it's going to be, like, the next blue deck, if you will. Probably.
Yeah.
Not anymore, but...
No, I think you could still play the BT-17 stuff and be okay. Because I don't think I was playing the promo Lobos in that one version I was playing.
Yeah,
I thought you were wrong for that.
The promo Lobo was only really played in like the ancient Omni versions. Because most of them play in a red base. So they couldn't play.
Right. Okay. All right, I'm ready for the next card. I think
card design
I think both of those cards were fair. I feel like both of those cards were fair hits.
I mean, they were both decks I played. I'm
See if I spelled this guy right. Okay, open your eyes.
That's unnecessary. That's an unnecessary hit. This is the only genuine one I'm like, why?
Well, no, the Stingmon. Because this is Talmon Loop. Yeah, the Stingmon is the real one. It's like, why?
It's not doing anything. This doesn't make any sense. You know what this
from that deck, it needed to be ruin mode.
No, it shut your whore mouth. That's the card
that stops you from playing.
No, this is the card that does generate the unfair loop. Because you just play the Talmon out from underneath it.
If they didn't hit this, they'd be able to spam any level 7 they wanted that they would have access to. So, like, they needed to hit something else besides ruin mode.
Yeah,
not saying they didn't hit ruin mode,
but... That is
I kind of saw it. I kind of saw it coming because it's not Talmon itself. That's the problem. It is the Kuzahamon.
Yeah.
What I'm most upset with is I didn't get to actually play this deck yet before this.
Well, the ban list doesn't go into effect until the 28th, so you can...
No, can't do it. Won't do it.
You got 2 weeks.
Yeah.
It'll be HBD all over again. I'll get to do it one time. I'll be upset.
You only ever play it.
I'll never get.
So, are you going to complain that you never got a chance to play it, or?
Yes. I'll take that.
Whatever.
I'll take that hit.
Swap decks every week. What are you talking about?
This is dumb.
Just play it.
No, it makes sense. I think people will just because I think we saw a Sakuyamon list do well at in Japan, right, or something. Wasn't that recent? Where it got like 3rd place?
I think
a pure Sakuyamon
I'm pretty sure there's a Sakuyamon deck that got, I think it got 3rd or 4th at Worlds. I'm not mistaken.
So,
I didn't watch the stream, but
I think it got 3rd. And it wasn't even doing any of the Talmon.
It wasn't. It was not a loop deck. I looked at the list and I was like,
there was like one Talmon Ace. That was there was like.
Funnily enough, I looked at like the top, I think 4 decks, and I think all of them were adhering to the ban list.
Oh, really?
I don't think it was on purpose because they didn't say that this was in effect. But like, I don't remember seeing a card that would have been on the list.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I mean, fair enough. If they were gonna hit anything in that deck, I guess it had to be this. I don't know if that deck's doing anything right now.
I think it's a future card design issue.
It was just too inconsistent.
Keep it out of the game. Keep it out of the game. No loops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Close your eyes. I like this. This is fun. That's not how you spell that. All right, you can open them.
Oh, wow.
one?
Really?
To
Yes.
one?
Yep, to 1.
Oh.
Unless I say otherwise,
So-
everything's to 1.
So instead of doing the Baumon, they hit the level 6.
Yes.
They're
Obviously,
never
they
gonna
can
hit
still
the
see this,
Balmon.
though, and they can still high roll you and kill you. It'll just be that much worse when it happens.
Yeah, they already play 4 analog. They already play Tyrannos. They already play the Memboost. Like,
Yeah, this is by far
now
the most
you're just
searchable.
adding in. Yeah, you're just adding in all your trainings and all your they're gonna. Yeah,
Yeah, people can still play this deck. It's just
Yeah,
gonna
they're
be
playing.
Yeah.
more
it's gonna be
high
that much
rolling.
worse. Yeah.
Yeah. That's crazy.
I am glad the deck got hit in some way. I would have preferred
Yes.
the Balmon just go to 1, but this
But then you
is
just always have the Balmon, and we even talked like there's a possibility they only ever play the one Tama.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I
So all
would
you have to do is this.
much
My
rather
Vanguard.
the Balmon be at 1 than this, but I know if they hit the BT14 Balmon, they're concerned that they're going to just neuter the entire deck, which I don't think is the case. But
Right. Okay. Fair. Yeah, I mean that's fair. It does seem like they're hitting like a bunch of decks. Like this is like so far been a pretty effective ban list, except for the one random
Stingmon.
Stingmon.
the Stingmon, yeah, dude,
Still
I do not
very
understand the
confusing.
Stingmon.
Very
Stingmon catching
confusing.
strays for what Vmon doing. What the hell?
All right, close your
All right.
eyes.
Yep.
Yep.
All right, open them.
Yep. Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. We all saw that.
We all saw. that
Funnily
coming, yeah.
enough, the Galaxy Loop deck was only playing 1 of these.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty much moved on from this. Like it's.
I
they're
think
playing a bunch of
Invisimon is a
different
much
cards
better
now.
top end for that deck.
Yeah. Now, I
Yeah.
mean, it's just always blue good stuff.
Yeah. But Invisimon
it's
lets
not
you
like-
turn it
Right.
back into a Galaxy stack so you can keep doing
Yep.
degenerate stuff. I think
Yeah.
that's the best part about it.
It's just too late for this card.
Yeah.
Like this should have been hit like what a year, 2 years ago almost. Like when it was at its peak everywhere.
Yeah, I will say
11.
better late than never. It is nice that it finally went to 1.
I mean,
Yeah.
I think if anything, they hit this card specifically because we told them we wanted it.
I agree with you. I think that was more what it was than their concern about the health of the game. I think it was the player
Yeah.
base just being, hey,
Please take it out.
hit
Yeah.
this card, like spamming it
Get
in the
it
chat on any live stream, like, yeah.
Ban Mirage. Ban Mirage.
Even live streams that aren't Digimon but they're Bandai, so they just spam.
Yep.
Ban Mirage.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this one,
Okay.
this is
Alright.
well, this is to please the people.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is a very annoying card to play against.
Yes.
Yeah. Hey, but now
Alright.
if they see the one up, deal with it once, and hope you never have to deal with it again.
Yeah, because scrambles aren't a thing.
Are we still going?
Yeah. This is actually a pretty
Oh.
sizable list.
Oh, really?
All right, close your eyes.
Alright.
Is this the biggest list we've seen?
I don't know. Open your eyes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay,
let's
to
go.
1. Okay. All right. Yep. So purple hybrids taking a hit finally. I mean, we
Yes.
kind of saw it coming.
Thankfully.
Okay, so we called a couple of these cards on our ban list prediction.
Yeah. The
Okay.
Stingmon,
I
I don't think
never-
anyone would have ever guessed. The-
No.
Yeah, I never.
No.
would've guessed
like
from-
when we're done, I'm going to show you guys an image of the actual list, and when you look at it, it looks like someone that just makes a troll list, like guess,
threw it together.
yeah, and then just throws it together. Because then you like see something like Stingmon, and you're like, why the hell is this on there?
Yeah.
Oh, you know what?
I
Maybe they took out the promos for future card design of the ancient list as well, because
That's
we're
what-
about to get even further.
That's 100% what those cards were hit for.
oh,
is
yeah.
because of the future card
We're about to
design.
get even further red hybrid and blue hybrid.
Almost
support.
every, like, if you look at this list as a whole, pretty much everything screams we hit this because of future card design. There's a little bit of like current interactions, but most of it looks like future card design.
Yeah.
I
look
don't
how
even think we really
early-
need this.
I was gonna
Go
say,
ahead.
look how early we got Jack Raid. Look how early we had the promos. Like
Yep.
those are cards that were designed
Yeah.
well and truly before they realized the power of
We got those in the same set actually, because those were in the
Exactly.
Power Up pack with BT4.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, getting those first
Uh,
foils.
I don't even think we need to talk about Jack Raid. We all kind of understand why.
Yeah,
we all hate this card.
Still a couple other cards I'd like to see get hit that would impact purple a little bit, but I doubt it's going to happen though.
I mean, the only other card I could see them taking out a purple hybrid is matte, right?
No,
That's
not
the only
purple
one?
hybrid. I'm
purple
just
in
talking
general.
about.
I want
just purple
Anubis
in
to go to
general.
0 for surezies.
Anubis to
Yeah.
0, yeah, that would be... Yeah, they're not going to do
All
it,
right.
though.
All right,
I'm ready for the next one.
Close your eyes.
Probably Gravity Crush, right? Gotta be Grav Crush.
All right, open them.
Oh, okay, yep.
Oh, are they just hitting them all? They just hitting them all, Sean?
Is Grav Crush next? So we can just talk about all of them.
I'm not telling you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no,
Would
this
that be
makes
your
sense.
13th reason if it were hit, though?
No, I mean, I only played it one.
I
I
mean,
never
yeah,
played
okay.
one.
We already talked. We talked about this already. If they were gonna hit Hammer Spark, they needed to hit all of these.
Yep.
Mhm.
I mean,
Agreed.
one, you know.
And this,
so I mean,
this is also a pseudo hit to Magna X.
Magna.
Yeah.
Yep. I was going to say, the Jack Raid was abused in Purple Hybrid and generic Purple Loop decks. Blinding Ray was abused in Magna. And next up, I'm sure we're going to talk about it, Gravity Crush was abused in Red Hybrid.
all right, next
Assuming
one.
it's there. Assuming.
All right,
Eyes are closed.
next one. I'm not sure how to really show this one.
What does that even mean?
How do I do? I guess I'll have to open up another tab.
He just likes us
What?
having our eyes closed.
Why do you have to open another tab?
You'll see, dude.
I'm so
obviously.
curious now.
Let me make sure this is showing up right.
Really piqued my interest.
If I go to the other tab, does it switch? Just want to make sure it's showing up correctly for the viewers. Okay, we're good. All right, open them. Okay.
What?
So, wait.
No, hold on. Let me guess. Hold on.
Okay.
Before you say anything, Sean. Okay.
Oh, it's a binded
They-
pair.
They did not hit this card. I bet you they made it to where you can't have this and Mother in the same deck. Because they will not hit Vortex alone. Because that will kill that deck if they hit this card. This is one of the most important cards in the deck. Am I right?
It's a binded pair.
Yes, this is a pair ban.
Okay. Yep.
Okay. They surprisingly pair banned Mother and Shoto. This was, I think, the biggest surprise of the list.
That sucks. That is
right
so
now,
unfortunate.
This is because of the community at large not knowing how to play against this.
I also agree with that.
Just
Brandon.
this is almost like Mirage, where instead of us just being sick of it, it was just the community not wanting to deal with it.
Yeah.
I still have this deck built because I like going back to it and playing because I think it's fun.
It's a fun deck to play.
I think this is such a dumb hit in my opinion.
Agreed.
I also think it's their own fault because they didn't expect this to happen when they printed Mother. Like, they didn't just expect that people would just promote a 15k body that did nothing. They're like, why would anybody do this? And then they printed a card that was like, hey, give any Digimon blocker.
Well,
Okay.
they, in their own live streams, like, dedemonstrating new stuff, they apparently
used
had...
it.
Yeah, so, like, they were aware of it, like, at a certain point.
Yeah.
Here's what I'll say.
I think it's dumb because this deck doesn't do. It's not doing anything. It's not showing any results. Like, even when we got 4 medieval Galamons and people are like, "Oh, it's gonna go slot right into this deck and it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be even more broken." And it's just still not doing anything.
I will say, I think the reason they hit it outside of the community not wanting to deal with it is to placate those players into staying with the game.
It's possible.
That's it.
Yeah.
They were
Yeah,
just
that
like, hey,
sucks.
let's
I
not-
like playing this
let's not-
deck.
Yeah, let's not piss off the community. Let's just take it out. It's
This
fine.
this was one that I wasn't a huge fan of.
Yeah, I enjoyed playing this deck. I thought it was really fun. I never really played like security control, and this was like the closest kind of thing I did play to it. But at that point, it was just kind of like
Ace control, more like it.
Yeah, it was just more like Ace control, which was really fun. But you kind of needed the Mother D Reaper because you have to play so many tamers out. You got to have like a blocker out. Just to kind of slow down your opponent a little
You
bit.
should be able to protect yourself.
I'm sure a lot of people were happy with this, but I will give it to them. At least they didn't just hit Shoto.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people were like, "Hey, just hit Shoto." It's like, dude, that'll kill the Vortex deck.
Yeah, the Vortex deck is
deck,
already bad. If they hit Shoto to 1, it would take them so much work to make it
garbage.
good.
Yeah, that deck needs that card.
Yeah.
The only thing I can see them trying to do to make it to where you can get something similar is printing a new card that says you can only control one of it. So it's like a Mother D Reaper, but you can only have one. I think that's maybe something, but
I am also worried about this, that if something else comes out, like 2-card combos, and
More
people are
pair
like,
bands.
because like we only did the pair bands with the other cards because it literally broke the game.
Yes.
This does not break the game.
Yeah, it does not.
Yeah, this does not break the game. This is just like a good 2-card combo that's like, because like you can literally lose with this deck if you just don't see Shotos. Like that happened. It's happened to Sean. It happened to him a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Happened to me a couple weeks ago. I'm like, I just, no matter how much I dig through the deck and how many Mamimons or Cyberdramon Aces I would play, I just wasn't seeing Shoto. Like,
and you can still lose it if you see the Shoto too. It's
right. That's BT15 Melga.
Yeah.
Right. So like, I don't think I'm not happy with this one. I just also think that this is a bad sign of like, oh, we'll just pair ban stuff. Just pair ban stuff.
Yeah, it kind of opens the door for them to do stuff like that, which I'm not a huge fan of.
Right, because we understand the other ones literally breaks the game, makes it unplayable.
Makes it to where your opponent literally can't play the game.
Yeah, this one does not.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion.
I agree.
Yeah, because then you're gonna have like bad faith artists who are out there like, oh, we'll just pair ban Ruin Mode in BT12 Marcus, and it's just gonna be like, guys, they're not gonna do it.
Yeah. All right.
I mean, that would be an idea. That way, you'd have your Ruin Mode at 4 and your Marcus at 4. You just can't play them together.
Yeah, you can't play a Shine Greymon card with Marcus. That would make sense, Brandon.
I know, right? All right, next.
All right, you guys ready? This is actually the last card, and this card went to 0.
Oh no! Something went to 0. Oh no! Don't be HPD. No, Sean would have been too happy if that would have happened last night.
Yeah, Sean would have been popping off.
All right, open your eyes.
It went to 0?
Second ban card we've ever had. Yes.
Completely banned?
Yes.
I was expecting it to go to 1, but completely banned. That's
I was also
wild.
very surprised by this going to 0, since it's obviously nowhere near as broken as Mega Fusion.
Or HPD.
HPD's at 1 though.
That's what I'm saying. No, I'm saying it's not as complete. I think HPD is more broken than this card.
Absolutely.
That's what I'm saying.
All I'm gonna say
That's
is
crazy.
It's wild. It's wild how much they hate Garu.
This card is not a Garu card. Shut the hell up, Brandon.
Level 3.
Just because it says Matt Ishida on the card does not make it a Garu card.
So listen, I did
several. A 4, a 5, and a tamer. We're just missing a 6.
This was the card I had spoiled for me. I was on YouTube and I was going to I was going to go to listen to the podcast I listened to.
Mm-hmm.
And as I was scrolling, I saw a YouTuber that I follow had posted the ban list, and I had caught it early enough, and this card was at the top, but I only saw like his hair and the play cost. But I knew I recognized the card. I think he even used the regular art, but I know his stupid haircut from anywhere.
Yeah.
And I just saw the top of it, so I did know that card got hit, but I did not know it went to 0. You're telling me they didn't bring it? Didn't they take anything off?
No. Nothing came off, and that's the sin of the list.
We're never getting Greymon. We're literally never getting Greymon back.
I mean, ideally we get it at some point. It'd be kind of cool.
No, Sean. When would we're never getting Jet? We're never getting Greymon back. Those two cards are never coming off.
Don't slit your wrist just yet. There's plenty of time for it to come back.
I just want.
Oh wait, I gotta go down.
I want Garu to come back.
Going down means
okay.
If we're allowing War Growlmon to just run rampant, we need to have Garu back.
Oh, Gallantmon didn't get touched.
That's what I'm saying. Well, okay, I am okay with Gallantmon because nobody's gonna play it like Sean does. Everybody's for some reason gonna be like, Gallantmon D riders.
Pure
and are gonna play
Gallant.
they're going to play their Takados. They're going to play their stupid list. This Takado gives my guy raid.
It's a much fairer version of the
killing
deck.
your opponent.
100%.
So I'm fine with that. But come on, let me have my fair OTK deck.
People are gonna be pissed. Magnamon dodges the list again.
Yeah, the only hit that Magnamon got was the Blinding Ray, which is only played in the armor variant.
Yeah, I was about to say it's only played in armor.
The Stingmon, though.
When I looked at this list, because I looked at the
Are you sure it's that Stingmon? Are we sure?
They didn't
put the wrong Stingmon?
I can show it to you.
Yeah, I literally
They didn't put the wrong Stingmon art?
No, it's that.
Oh my god. How ridiculous.
So people...
So stupid.
People are saying
Gravity Crush didn't get hit. Nope. That's crazy.
Oh, technically, it has the least upside of the gain to memory. I think it should have gotten hit if they're going to hit the other two, but
agreed.
It's the least abusable right now.
Right.
Okay, so
and it's like Brandon said, red hybrid players aren't even really playing it right now. If they are, it's literally like a 1.
Yeah,
it's a 1-0. So I am reading into the Stingmon hit, and allegedly, again, I'm reading this, so who knows how accurate it is. Japan is the one running it as a 4-of in their decks, specifically in Magna DNA, because that plus the Pyldra plus the Magna is like 4 to 5 new draws.
That's how I used to play it. That's how I used to play it when I first built the deck before I did the memory gain one. I did have some of those copies of Stingmon because you do draw an absurd amount of cards.
You do. It's a really strong card to refill your hand. I'm surprised it's not played more often in versions over here. Because like if you're able to get one Pyodramon and get like 5 extra cards off of that swing, you're good for the rest of the game. Like you're gonna see the rest of your stuff.
I remember regular Imperial when we got the new Pyodramon. That's what I would do. It's like because I was still playing the jamming XVmon.
Yeah,
I can't remember exactly. Also the Demi Vmon, where if you have jamming draw a card, literally you would draw like 8 cards off of like a couple swings and then DNA a couple more. It is crazy. So I understand the hit. I guess if Japan is running it rampant over there, I mean we do have to have like similar lists now, so some hits are gonna be more prevalent to them than just to us. So just because we're not seeing it or playing it in ours doesn't mean they aren't. So that makes sense.
Yeah. So let's discuss a couple things that dodge the ban list. One of which
literally everything the Galaxy engine.
The Galaxy engine went untouched and won Worlds. That's
crazy. That's I don't.
That
might have to be the deck that like. Are you gonna play that at Houston, Sean?
I'm probably gonna play Shine, assuming it's not awful.
Oh yeah, okay, Shine, yeah.
It's a tie between that and Stingmon being the two biggest surprises of the ban list. One being on there and the other one not being on there.
Do you think they considered Mirage's hit a hit towards Galaxy, but like they already had this in place way before they like started cutting Mirage from the deck?
It is quite possible that they thought that was going to be a double hit.
I still would have just hit the Tamer.
I think
I agree.
Yeah,
hit it to 1.
I don't know what their. So here's the thing: the Galaxy engine is extremely strong. However, it does hard lose to Floodgates because it doesn't have easy ways to out them. So like if you stick,
I mean the Firemon is like the only one, right? Like early in the line player.
That's the level 5, and that's the red one that you don't play in the blue good stuff version. And if you do, it's like 1 or 2 copies maybe. Like the blue good stuff version has almost 0 outs to it in the deck. So like if you stick a Gazimon or even a Cutemon where they can't reduce their Evo costs, like you can keep them from comboing off on you for an entire turn.
I'm trying to think of,
it makes the deck fair.
I do believe this is the longest ban list we've received with 10 separate different hits.
It's definitely a big one.
Yeah.
It's like flashbacks to when Greymon X got hit.
I'm trying to think of like what the top decks are gonna be now.
It's the new
and
stuff.
the only two I can think of right off the bat is Galaxy, and it's just gonna be Imperial, right?
No, Imperial or Gallon.
Gallant's not gonna, Gallant only because of representation. I'm just talking about like what will be the two best decks. Yeah, is gonna be Imperial, and it's gonna be.
We don't have Stingmon anymore. What are you talking about?
Yeah, you're right. It's gonna be Imperial, and it's gonna be Galaxy. And Galaxy something. I think the Dragon ones it might be better than the good stuff deck, just because that like has like monster floodgates that are like, hey, you just can't play the game.
That and there's more removal in that version.
Yeah.
Analog Youth.
Analog is
another ban list.
Yeah, that's the card I was saying that I would have liked to get hit to hurt purple decks in general.
Yeah, so there were a couple of my decks that got hit. Brandon wasn't the only one that took some L's.
What got hit that you were playing?
I mean, Mother Control.
Angels is okay.
Mother Control.
Yeah, Mother Control. Yeah.
That
one hurt the most.
Yeah, that one hurt the most for me. This deck got hit. If you don't remember this one.
Oh, Ancient Toolbox is dead.
Yeah.
No.
Super dead.
That was an OG one. That was a creation that you came up with.
Yep, and now she's dead.
They killed it. They literally neutered you.
They killed my baby before we ever got the third dual color rookie.
Oh, the rookie.
Yeah.
They saw you make that. They saw you make that, and they're like, "Oh, we gotta stop it now."
Reach in and just This is what you need to do. You need to play the really stupid option card, Evolution Ancient. So you Evo on top of your dual tamer, Takuya Koji, because you're not keeping turn when you do this.
No.
You activate Evolution Ancient, and you Evo your level 4 into an Ancient. It's so good.
So trash.
So stupid.
Oh, that sucks.
So they killed the Mother Control deck that I've played, and they killed that deck as well.
Yeah. Purple Hybrid's done. People won't play that deck anymore.
They won't play it. I don't think it's done.
I think it'll be one of those things where like the real people who like the actual deck will play it. But like everyone, because it was like probably one of the most represented decks because it was just so easy to pick up and play. But because of these hits, it'll be like the same thing like we've talked about in the past, where
people
you see like a deck take. Yeah, they'll just drop it. Oh, the deck got hit. It's not good anymore, and they'll drop it.
Yeah,
like it's still a very good deck. I think it just loses a lot of its steam by taking those two massive hits. I think it would have been it would have probably survived. If the mat would have been at 1, because you can still kind of loop. You know, there are ways you can still kind of loop.
Once you see it, you could loop it over and over.
And if you analog
it being straight up banned,
grab it anyway.
Right. It straight being a banned, I really feel like hurts it.
Yeah, I was surprised by that because like Anubismon is at 1. Like, why the hell?
I think the reason they didn't have to ban it. I think the reason they did ban it is because of your ability to just loop it as soon as you see it. There's no way to get it out of the game without like having a way to bot deck a tamer like with a hex plow.
The promo mask you can put at the bottom of their security and be like,
yeah, that too, something like that.
I agree with you, Brandon. I think that is the reason. However, I think that's silly that EX5 Anubis is still at 1 because there's so many ways to recycle that card.
The exact same logic applies, and it's also
it's still at 1.
Sitting at 1.
That's what surprised me. That surprised me the most about that card going to 0 is why aren't these other cards at 0? And also the pair ban, because I was like the other pair ban was because you literally locked your opponent out of the game once you got it established.
Yeah.
This is nowhere near that powerful.
It's setting a precedence of like, hey, if we think a couple cards are just too good together, we just will pair ban them. And it's just like, it's like you said, Sean, in their literal like preview video, they showed off that combo.
Yes.
I remember that stream where they're like, oh, hey, you can do this. You can give your mother blocker. And it's just like, okay. I don't like that at all. I get people didn't like it, but it's just like,
I don't like the present in sets, like you said. That's my biggest issue.
I don't like the present. Yeah. That's just dumb to me. It's just like, instead of like, I could imagine them doing a pair ban where they're going to be like, hey, you can't use the Ko and Sio except for in decks that have Night Fang and Light Claw. If you have any other card that has a different trait in that, you can't have this in your deck.
Yeah. Also,
that's dumb.
I agree. Also, my boy dodged the list. Let's go.
For now.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Gonna be ruin mode turboing people in Dallas or wherever we're going.
I'm ready. I got it. I already have the list up in my head. We're good to go, Sean. We're gonna cook.
About to say, you should have most of the reveals for that deck now, right? You should be able to start theory crafting it. So like we have the Agu, we have the Davis.
I really feel like the level 5 is the only new card in the deck, I think.
That and the rookie.
And the Agu. I'm sorry, the Agu.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have the entire line, right? You have the Marcus.
Yeah, the entire thing. I'm not gonna start testing it now because that's like almost 3 months, like 2.5 months.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I know how it's gonna be built.
I'd test it a little bit, like just like against like a blank canvas, just so you can see how your draws and stuff are. See if you need to fix any consistency issues. But
I wonder
when the DCGSM updates to BT21, I'll do that.
What do you think people who want to play Fenry do now?
Cry and then cope.
Do you think they go back to like the old version and
BT14?
Somehow just play? Yeah, and still just play the Takamiki Zuchi and the like how though? Like how would you
that
go
sounds
into
clunky as hell, dude. I don't think
that's what I'm saying.
You have to commit to one or the other. I don't think you can do both.
The thing is, isn't that Fenrir Luga's inheritable what gives them the your turn starts at 3 thing? So you wouldn't even be able to do that combo anymore.
Oh, so you have to see that one. That's right.
Otherwise, you just pass turn when you go into Takamika Zuchi.
That deck is kind of dead now, huh?
I know how to play it. You gotta call up Robbie. You gotta play it Pulsemon straight up.
No, even that way, you're still the Fenry's only at 1.
You know what's funny is that I'm pretty sure that Fenry hit hurts Pulsemon too.
It does, yeah. Robbie caught a stray.
Yeah, Bulkmon caught a stray.
Meanwhile, I've got like 2 of my most important pieces sitting on the ban list now.
That's I was literally about to throw together Talmon Loop. No, I probably
You can
shouldn't.
still do it.
I have so many other decks to build.
It doesn't go into effect until the 28th, which is...
The deck's dead.
Okay, whatever. If you want to play it, you can play it Tuesday, Friday, and then next Tuesday. After the following Friday, though, it will go to 1.
That's not enough.
So dumb.
It's not enough.
I gotta find a way.
I can't believe I can't believe I gotta take apart my black hybrid deck. I'm so upset.
I can't believe I have to take our ancient Omni.
Yeah, Brandon took way more hits than either one of us because like his 2 main decks, they were like, "Hey,
Brandon
that seems to be the
taking hits.
Your decks are too good,
if
dude."
They would have at least given me back. If they would at least given me back Wergaru, I would have called it okay.
They're not. That card's not coming back anytime soon.
I can't believe they didn't. I can't believe they didn't take any cards off. That's absolutely out of pocket. I can't believe it.
I'm surprised that the Bukamon is still on the list. Like that.
I'm surprised a lot of those cards are.
I agree. I think the Bukamon should come back.
For a different discussion. If you guys are curious, there are 38 cards limited to 1, 2 banned, and then 2 sets of banned paired. 1 of only 2 cards, 1 of 4 cards.
Yeah.
So,
Our ban list is so big. Remember when there basically wasn't one? It was just the green stuff. It was like HPD and Argomon, and that was it.
Yep. I can't believe it, man. I can't believe that. They had Mirage 2 years too late.
Basically, yeah.
I mean, they did that just to make people happy, I guess.
The guy that won Worlds was only playing one Mirage.
Yep. Purple Hybrid, dead. I think it's dead.
I think its representation is dead, so the deck is effectively dead. However, I think it'd still be viable.
I think people will just start playing Leviathan. They'll play that deck.
I mean, people have never stopped playing that deck.
I just think all the Purple Hybrid players will just migrate there.
Yeah. Also, the Dark Animal engine did not get hit either, or Protoform. Like a bunch of people were.
Well, I don't think
Protoform hit because they can't afford it.
Also, and
trainings managed to dodge the ban list beside.
Oh, dodging the ban list.
Yeah,
also, somebody posted this meme.
Yeah. Oh, let me show you one that Josh sent. It's pretty funny. It's very accurate. Let me pull it up. Focus.
I can't really tell.
Hold on.
Oh, he thinks he's on the team. I saw that.
God,
it's the Stingmon.
Oh, come on! That poor Stingmon. He didn't deserve that.
It makes no like. I guess the Japan meta is the reason, because if we weren't aware of their meta, it's just like, yeah, exactly.
Oh no.
Anyway, yeah, exactly.
Anyways,
it's almost like they just printed a brand new Ligdramon that's infinitely more splashable because it's just better.
Yeah, I mean, I am happy because that means I can play Magna X DNA unfazed. But I am just really surprised that they if they were gonna hit anything, I'm surprised they did. I would have rather them just not hit anything.
I need a meme made where it's Kenan Davis standing over Matt with like a gun shooting him. It'd just be like, and what could it say? And they say you're better than me or something like that. God, that tamer is gonna, dude. Every ban list that passes, that card doesn't touch it. Hey, we're good. We're good.
Yeah, very surprised by that. The dual tamer not getting looked at. I'm curious. I'm sure that they have a system where they're reviewing cards that are potentially problematic. I'm curious what cards were on their problematic list that didn't make the ban list.
Right. What else do we have to talk about?
I do want to talk about the
announcement.
The announcement, the tease about what appears to be the mobile game that is going to be a sim of the card game.
Before we do that, did you see the pack art release for EX10?
No. Hey, that's Blackwood Greymon.
That's Blackwood Greymon!
Let's go.
Blackwood Greymon things. It's been 84 years.
Yeah, apparently
it's gonna Greymon back.
It's going to support Blackwood Greymon and Bagra Army. So, I guess.
Maybe we'll get some people back that quit because Magnex was a code.
We don't care about that second part.
I mean, that deck got one wave of support, sort of, and then other than that, it was just ignored.
Yeah. All right, yeah, let's talk about this thing. So, what exactly was it? Was it just in the live stream and they just talked about it, or did they show something?
Once again, I did not watch the live stream, so I cannot answer that. So I
kind of looked into it.
I saw it. No, I never pulled up the live stream. I saw it because I was scrolling Instagram, and they put it on their Instagram, and it's a little short video. That it's a phone on the ground face down, and I think it's a Renamon walks up to it and picks it up and looks at it, and then digitizes into the phone, And there's a screenshot on Twitter from, I think, the stream that shows gameplay on the phone for a second, and it looks a lot like the DC Geo Sim.
I wonder if they're gonna either A, rip off like Pocket Camp, or B, do like a full-fledged sim.
It looks like it's gonna be a full-fledged sim, just based on the image that I looked at, because it looks like it's a full field and everything. Like, it doesn't look like it's gonna be like a baby version of the game.
Yeah,
which I'm really excited for.
How would you even limit the field? I don't even know how you'd do that.
You could. I mean, you could do it to where like both players have like. Yeah, you could do it where both players have like 3 security, but that's like red decks would dominate. Security attack +1 would be like, yo, you're almost dead.
Guess you're dead.
0?
Yeah.
But if it is a full-fledged sim of the actual card game, it'll be a massive boost to the physical card game, because it'll introduce the game to a bunch of people that have never heard of it.
That's a big W. Yeah. Especially if there is some way, somehow, an incentive to buy product.
Yes, if they put inserts in the packs like Pokemon does, that would be very nice.
I don't want that to be the only way to get cards, but let's say that's a good way to get alt cards. That's a good way to do something like that. Like, I'd be okay with that.
Yeah.
Like, you pulled a alt art Black or Greymon. Cool. Scan your QR code. You have it in the game now. Otherwise, you could pay like $2 in the app or some crap to do that.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna have microtransactions in it, like almost.
That's what I'm worried about. I'm worried how they're gonna monetize it.
Ideally, it's gonna be reasonable.
Should just be all cosmetic.
Yeah,
that would be nice.
If it's gonna be like, oh, let's go gambling, rip a pack. Oh, I didn't even get a super. Meanwhile, like Jerry over there, who's a whale. Who's a whale, just drops $200 and pulls. Oh, I got 4 copies of Ruin Mode. I guess I win now, buddy.
Yeah, ideally, there's a free-to-play way to be competitive in the game, but I'm sure they're gonna have to have microtransactions, because otherwise, like they're gonna need to support the game. Yeah. But it would be really nice, because if they start making money off that, which I'm sure they will. Because that's just like free. It's a printing machine for microtransactions. Yeah, it's
free money. Are you kidding?
Don't you have a phone?
Oh.
Yeah. Don't you have a phone? Don't you have 99 cents?
Man, name a bigger like drop than Diablo. Don't you have a phone?
Yeah.
Blizzard in general.
I kind of wanted to do a Let's Play of it, but I would have to like figure out a way to like share my phone screen, which I know you can do, because I've seen like Pokemon Go players do it before.
Yeah.
But that'll be something I'll have to figure out whenever that it comes out. They're going to do more information on it later this month. I forgot what the date was, but it was like...
if it's anything like a lot of these phone games I see, like even the Pokemon Pocket TCG, people will emulate it pretty fast to the computer, so you can just like play it on your computer. That's how a lot of like people do it.
Really?
Yeah. Okay. It gets just like for resolution and stuff like that, you know, so it looks pretty. A lot of like people take the game and they gets emulated onto the PC, so they can just play it there.
Yeah.
Okay, but it is the actual like official game. It's just okay.
It's still the official game.
Okay.
I could also see this being released on different platforms as well, because
Switch would be perfect.
There is a precedent for Switch getting mobile games.
Yeah.
We have a lot of mobile games on Switch. So Switch 2, Switch 1, maybe we get the simulator on that. That'd be pretty cool.
It would be cool if we got it on, like, it was like cross-platform and wasn't just a mobile game. The only reason I think it might just be a mobile game is because it's literally the Digimon picked up what appeared to be a phone and looked at it.
Right.
But I mean, how else are you going to show it like out in the wild? If you know, what are they going to have somebody like, oh, Guillaumon picks up a laptop? You know?
Yeah, but whatever it is, I'm happy about it because it means more players. Yeah, they're going to continue to support our game, which I was never really concerned about.
That's what I was saying too. I was like, this puts a big wrench, and a lot of people are saying that the game was dying and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And it's just like, well, clearly they're still putting a lot of support into it. Like that stuff like that takes like years to develop and stuff like that. You know, and they're still planning on releasing it.
Yeah.
So
and it's going to be an automated sim because it kind of has to be, and that takes a lot of stuff to
coding.
Yeah, like Huang is like they have so much backlog of stuff that doesn't work right in that thing. They don't have like clearly the budget or the manpower of Bandai, obviously, but yeah, it's a lot.
Oh, that reminds me. I ran into a bug the other day with the BT20 cards. I bot decked a War Growlmon with my Omnimon after he used the protection effect. I just clicked it. I think it's specifically with the Omnimon because you target the card and then it blanket targets every other card. I think it's that second part that it just sweeps by it.
That's funny.
I mean, it was dead either way because I was gonna delete it.
Yeah.
And he didn't have the float. He didn't have the level 4.
So it didn't end up mattering.
So I was like, I was like, you were dead either way. But the fact that bot decked it, ugh.
I actually noticed a bug whenever I started messing around because I'm basically it's very unlikely that Royal Knights isn't going to win this week's vote for what I play. And
it's definitely winning.
This GX effect, if you purge it out, it gets its on play.
Yeah.
And that's not
Purge literally says no on plays.
Yeah.
No. I mean, only if your opponent recognizes that.
Only if your opponent reads the card.
Exactly.
Thankfully, it's also a when attacking effect, so like you're gonna get it either way. But
yeah,
it's odd that you get it because I don't know how they code everything, but like it's odd that it gives its on play when it doesn't do it to any other Royal Knight. I'm not sure why exactly it does that.
Look at this. Look at this flop.
Oh, look at the little kitty.
He's a flopper.
Yep. So very excited to get a sim. That's awesome. Did it say anything about a release date or like maybe coming soon or year? Nothing.
It was a tease, and they said more information would happen at Digimon Con, I think.
Oh, okay. Digicon.
Yeah,
Digicon.
That makes sense.
I don't know when that is. I think it's this month, if I'm not mistaken.
I thought it was April. Is it late March?
If I was a betting man, that's probably when we're going to get the release date for Time Strangers as well.
Yeah.
You both have phones. One of y'all look up when is Digicon.
The card game is far from dying, though, clearly.
Yes, very far.
Yeah, I'm so glad I didn't listen to those YouTubers who told me otherwise.
Yeah, the Doom sayers.
Digicon 2025. March 19th and 20th.
Okay, so in a couple of days we'll get more information on it. And I'm sure they'll give us a date at that point. Very exciting.
All right, so you want to do comment questions, Sean, or do we have anything else we wanted to talk about?
Oh, I want to go over reveals.
I was going to say,
there's a brand new...
Oh, reveals, that's right.
There's a bunch of reveals.
There's a bunch of reveals, okay.
Have you seen the new Greymon?
Yes, I have. I'm surprised you have.
I saw pictures of it while I was looking at the ban list after we were done. I haven't read its effect, but it's a new Greymon, and he looks real derpy.
He does.
What better way to have Greymon looking except for derpy?
Derpy Dino.
Okay, weekly reveals. We have Tentomon here. Your opponent can't reduce Evo cost, so green gets the Evo cost reduction blocker.
So does Adventure.
Nice. Yeah, so does Adventure trait.
Oh, and Insectoid, so I guess this is also searchable for Tyrant.
Yeah.
For bugs.
Okay, that's pretty cool. Yeah. And then ugly card is ugly. Yeah, I mean, it's a beautiful card. Bad card.
High quality version.
Bad card is beautiful.
Then we have Kabuterimon. When Digivolving, if you have one or fewer tamers, you may play one tamer card with the Adventure trait from your hand without paying the cost. Inheritables Piercing.
Okay, that's not bad.
I mean, yeah. It's nice that it lets you play the tamer. I guess this is their way of letting you play the tamer out. in the
I
adventure
think we're
deck.
just gonna start seeing more of these level 4s.
Yeah.
You know, which
Well,
is
this
fine.
one-
Which is fine.
Yeah, this one's just generically good for the adventure deck. You definitely probably play this.
I'm
Eventually
also
we'll get
okay.
a TK an Angemon that plays TK, I'm sure.
I'm also okay with them doing this as long as it's a little bit restrictive, like how this one says adventure, you know, and like
Yeah.
even the Galemon and Zephigamon says Shoto, you know, as long as they have like some kind of little restriction like that. I couldn't see. I don't see a problem with there being an Angemon that says if you have one or fewer TKs, play a TK. You know, like
Yeah.
okay.
I'm curious
No, we
why we
don't
haven't
need
gotten
that.
it yet, because I think they're very balanced.
We don't
Yeah.
need that.
Yeah,
That's
we
a
do.
bad idea.
Yeah, we do. Shut up. You're just mad because Bandai hates any deck you pick up.
Apparently, it's so crazy.
Mega Kabu. On player, when digivolving, one of your Digimon unsuspends, and for every 2 colors your tamers with the adventure trait have suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. Your turn once per turn. When your other Digimon are played or digivolve, if any of them have the adventure trait, one of your Digimon gains alliance for the turn, then one of your Digimon may attack Inheritable's alliance.
Oh, that's really good.
So this is
So
a
you can
big
just-
buff for Tyrant, because it gives them alliance.
Mhm.
Yeah. Well, I was also going to say, and specifically the adventure deck, because this is obviously it's you're supposed to combine them. We'll get to the card I'm referring to later, but the Melga is, I don't think it's when attacking is once per turn, so you can swing with it, hard play this, unsuspend it, give it alliance, swing, tap, and that's a lot of checks right there, and you get to spit out 2 bodies. That's pretty good, especially if one of them's the Birdramon into Garudamon. That's pretty good.
I don't remember what the card does yet.
Yeah. We'll see when we get there.
Then we have high quality. This is the promo Doru Goramon that I think we already went over.
Illustration pack, right?
Yeah. Box stopper for BT21. High quality Ancient Kazimon. Who cares?
Yeah, whatever.
Then we have Armor Digivolution. 3-cost blue tamer. Or blue option. Main, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. Add 1 card with Davis Motomiya in its name and 1 card with the free trade among them to the hand. Trash the rest. Then place this card in the battle area. All turns when the top stack card of any of your armor form trait Digimon is trashed. Delay. One of your Digimon may digivolve into a Digimon card with the armor form trait in the hand without paying the cost. Inheritable security activate this card's main effect.
Alright, delete your Magna X. Alright, Armor Purge. Magna X. Ah, dang it.
He does not have armor form in his traits.
He doesn't have. He doesn't have armor form.
That would be broken as hell. But he does not have armor form.
I would still play this. I mean, you get to search out a Davis and a free trait. I mean, like, yeah, the delay is whatever, but this is potentially adding you 2 cards for 3 memory, which still isn't bad. Like, I wouldn't play 4. I'd maybe play like 2. It's not a bad searcher.
It's interesting that it trashes the rest. That actually powers up the BT16 Wormmon.
Yeah. Also, this is just a small side thing. God, I really just don't like it when they just have a screenshot from the anime on the card.
Yeah, it's kind of lazy.
I've never liked it.
I mean, they can't pay for every card to have its own unique art because, that's kind of expensive. I'd rather them invest money in things like a mobile app.
Yeah.
Like, I understood when they did it for, like, a promo, but even in the new starter decks, they're doing that as well for the option cards. Just not a huge fan of it.
Okay. Then we have Magnamon. Has blocker and armor purge, and then when digivolving this Digimon unsuspends, then one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 2,000 DP for the turn for each card with the armor form trait in your trash. This also equals on top of Vmon and level 3 with hero trait for 3 memory.
That's not bad.
The card we just read also powers us up.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah. Would you play this over any of the ones we currently have?
Well,
like
I don't.
Maybe the
I haven't
OG
played
Magna.
the version that would play any of them in a long time.
That's true. I just couldn't see you playing this over the Royal Knight one or the starter deck one for sure. Like you couldn't play you wouldn't play this over those 2.
This most likely would be the third one,
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, Neg DP is pretty good. It's just not Preem.
Yeah, it's not premium, but it does get around some things. It's cool art, just a rare. Dude, this is gonna go hard at pre-release.
Yeah. It'll be pretty nice. And then starter deck filler.
Island of Adventure. Have we not gone over this card? I thought we did. Maybe
No, the other one was Jedi's place.
I know. I think I talked about this card, but like not on the podcast. 2-cost white option. While you have no face-up Island Adventure security cards, you can ignore this card's color requirements. Security face-up effect. All turns, all over level 3 or higher Digimon get plus 2,000 DP. Main, add your top security card to the hand, then place this card face-up as a top security card. Security effect. If it's checked in security, you may play one tamer card from your hand without paying the cost.
Well, that's not as effective as the other.
They're
like
both bad.
Field spells.
Oh, yeah. You're talking about like Nature Spirit.
But you can play around Ruin mode.
Yeah, me and my 1,000 DP Gabumons are really enjoying that 2,000 extra DP.
Oh, let's be real, Brandon. You're not running that deck anymore.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm just talking about like most every Gabumon is only 1,000 DP.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a weird card. It seems like filler.
Starter deck filler.
Yeah.
They just wanted to say, hey, look, we've got you Jedi's place and we got you the phone booths in a card.
The only thing that, like, this might have some utility if you're trying to set up your tamers, because this does go to the top of your security stack, and it does let you just
them to hit it.
Yeah, and you do get to play tamer out of your hand for free.
That's the best part.
Yeah, but you would have to have the room in your deck for this in the first place.
Spend 2 memory on it.
Yeah, I mean, it functionally saves memory in the long run.
When the majority of the adventure tamers are 3.
Well, I wouldn't play this in an adventure deck, probably.
Yeah, it sure does say play 1 tamer.
Yeah, I wasn't even thinking about the adventure deck. I was thinking about my Shine Greymon deck.
Always.
Yeah, Ancient Troymon HQ, who cares? Our Courage United.
You almost called this.
Do what?
You almost called this. You did say it was going to be something Courage.
Did I?
Yeah. Remember last time we talked about the purple one that was
yeah.
So this isn't a mem boost, but
it's arguably better. 3-cost black option. While you have a Digimon or Tamer with the adventure trait on the field, you can ignore this card's color requirements. Main, draw 2, then place this card in the battle area. All turns when any of your level 5 or higher Digimon would leave the battle area, delay. You may play one level 5 or lower Digimon card with the adventure trait from your hand without paying the cost. Security, place this card in the battle area.
It makes sense why most of them have on plays.
You wanted to clear my board so you can't get aced? Yeah, sorry. You're not doing that.
Also, this does not care how they leave. It could be your effect, it could be battle. There's no stipulation on this.
The fact it's all turns as well, yeah, no, I would argue the 2 option cards we've gotten for this deck, both the Courage and the Friendship card, are actually really good.
Yeah.
I just really wish this card didn't have a Gabumon on it, that's all. But they should ban it like Bandai bans Gabumon cards.
Also, something interesting. So you can play this in a deck that has access to this color and maybe is playing some number of random adventure cards, because this just says when a level 5 or higher Digimon leave the battle area. Like, this part does not care about the adventure trait, just what you play.
Also, fun fact, I'm 95% sure it works this way. Miraculous Mega Knight, you have that set up. The card they're attempting to kill is a Garu or a Gray. You proc this first, and then proc Miraculous to save and go into Omni, right?
Yes, you could do that.
That's pretty good.
I'm glad you're already getting over the Banhammer in Uranus.
I mean, I gotta wait like 3 months to play these. I don't know what you're on about. Not 3 months. It's not that long.
It's like the end of April, I think.
Yeah. I'm still upset.
Yeah, I don't blame you. This is about as bad as it was whenever they hit the Gabu stuff from EX5.
No, I was devastated when they hit Gabu X.
Yeah, you were pretty sad.
Seeing the Lobo and the Aguni was upsetting, but it wasn't world-ending.
Yeah. Angelwomon. On play, when digivolving, one of your other Digimon may digivolve into a Digimon card with the adventure trait in the hand without paying the cost. Your turn once per turn. When your other Digimon are played or digivolve, if any of them have the adventure trait, one of your Digimon gains alliance for the turn, then one of your Digimon may attack inheritable alliance.
Yeah, this card's absolutely destroying people. This card is probably the best level 5 they printed so far, right?
This is pretty powerful.
Like, they straight up cooked with Angelwomon in this one. Like, first things first, it's a vaccine, it's yellow. Let's get that out of the way, Sean.
That is true. And it's also an angel. It's an Archangel, yes.
So, you can play this in Angels if you so choose. I don't know if you would, but you could.
I'd play
just to have a
Digimon over this.
Yeah. Agreed.
This one is actually like this is what the it's crazy. The Galaxy Tamer should actually have some kind of restricted line like this one does.
Yes. It's almost like they learned from their mistakes.
Yeah. They were asleep at the wheel for the X5.
Yeah. So if we go off the card we just read, the Courage card, you could play the Angelwoman off of that.
Yes.
Evo one of your other stacks for free, and it's nice. It's nice. No other way to put it than just it's nice.
It could potentially allow you to ace people functionally.
Yep.
Yeah.
Outside of battle. Gumdramon.
Boo.
Yeah. On play, by trashing one card with save in its text or the hero trait from your hand, draw 2. On deletion, save, inheritable, your turn plus 2k. This also has the hero trait.
I mean, that's pretty good.
Boo.
Despite how you feel about this guy, that's a pretty good effect.
Yeah.
No, yeah, it's pretty good.
Moving on. Ancient Beetlemon.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
That's sick.
Have we seen any Tamas for BT21 yet?
I don't remember.
I'm trying to think of what would the Tama for the adventure deck be for this set. Because obviously we're going to get to the adventure starter deck Tamas here in a second, but
they might not put any in the set.
If not adventure, hero. The hero Tama.
Oh, okay.
Something.
Arresterdramon. On play, when digivolving, you may play one Tamer card with the Hunter or Hero trait from your hand without paying the cost. On deletion, you may place one Digimon card with save in its text or the Hero trait from your hand or trash under any of your Tamers, then save. Inheritable, your turn plus 2k. You can also digicross this -2 with the Digimon card with save in its text.
Oh, so you just play them for 4?
Yeah.
Okay, I guess. I don't know how this works in that deck, but okay.
Yeah. Cross up. One cost option.
I hate this so much.
Main, you may place one Digimon card with save in its text from your hand or trash under any of your Tamers. Then one of your Digimon may digivolve into a Digimon card with save in its text in the trash. Security, you may play one card with save in its text and a play cost of 5 or less from your hand or trash without paying the cost, and add this card to the hand.
Hold on, this doesn't have like a special line that says if you have a card on the field with like the cross trait, you can ignore its color restrictions?
No, because this is a Hunter trait card.
This is stupid. I hate this card.
Yeah, you can't play this in your cross deck. This is a Hunter card.
Oh, I'll find a way. We have purple Tamers.
You do, but they're bad if you're not playing Hunters.
Yeah, you right.
You know, maybe I'm the problem. Because maybe I'm just like... You know how Pokemon has like Gen 1ers? Mm-hmm. Maybe I'm just a Digimon Gen 1er.
I am. When I feel that way when I look at Cross, because I'm just like, this isn't my game.
Yeah. When I look at Cross, Hunters, Blue Flare, I'm just like, you stupid kids and your Pokemon Sword and Shield.
I feel how people must have felt in Yu-Gi-Oh! When like Xyz came out and they were like, what is this? This isn't my card game.
Yeah. I'm the old man yelling at clouds.
For real. Cinnamon. On deletion, you may return one Digimon card with the adventure trait from your trash to the hand.
I don't know if this is the Tama you play. Because you're going to have 2 options. It's
I like
this
the
and
art.
the Koromon. I love
the art's awesome.
He's stuck in the ground. He's the poor dude.
Oh, I couldn't tell from the sound. I knew he was upside down, but yeah, his little horn thing, he's stuck in the ground. That's funny.
Yeah.
Only a moron would let that happen to them.
Goromon's freaking out. He's like, we don't have arms. How are we going to get you out of this ground, man?
Yeah. It's like, why are you so stupid?
But I just don't know if this is the one that gets played.
Yeah. Then we have an Ancient Wisemon from BT18. Cool.
It's the Tamer box thing.
Yeah. Koromon. All turns of Digimon with the adventure trait gets 1000 DP.
Yeah.
I think it's generically better. Like the all turns DP is pretty good. I don't know how much you're gonna have to recycle pieces in the adventure deck.
If it's anything like Millenniumon, you're gonna end up playing the Sunamon over this because you're gonna find yourself actually. Yeah, you're gonna find yourself wanting the pieces. I think the Koromon's fine though.
Why would it be anything like Millenniumon?
I thought the same thing with Millenniumon when I built the deck, but like the recycle was actually really nice.
Oh, are there two different Tamas for Millenniumon? Is that why you're making the?
Yeah, there were a couple different ones that you could pick from.
Okay, I was like, what? Who brought that up?
Yeah, but I just remember I just remember sleeping on the recycling part.
Yeah,
and then when I actually put it together and everything, I was like, actually, this is a very good card.
Actually,
or at least
we do have.
Actually, hold on. Actually,
we do have other cards coming up that allow you to recycle pieces.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure how necessary this is gonna be.
Yeah, early game, obviously the Koromon's gonna be way better, but I'm talking about later when you're searching or digging for a piece.
Yeah, but what am I gonna do?
Or the Sunamon.
Am I gonna be a filthy Imperial player? Am I gonna play a 3-2 split?
I think
no.
I think you'll have to just see if the 1000 DP actually matters in the deck, and if it doesn't, then you're just gonna play 4 of the other one.
Yeah,
right.
Especially since you're gonna almost always be swinging with Alliance.
Yeah, everything has Alliance in the archetype, so I'm curious if that's gonna be relevant.
Right.
I was just thinking the all turns part, having the 1000 DP in your opponent's turn.
Yeah, I'm not sure that will matter. I have not seen the deck even built or theorized, but I'm just
if it was two, I'd be like, oh yeah, two is massive. But 1,
I do believe with the next 2 cards, the level 6s, I think we have the entire decks.
Oh, it's also kind of whack that this doesn't also work with Agu and Greymon cards.
Yeah, regular decks.
Yeah, they're making sure they archetype lock this stuff.
Yeah. Well.
Oh man!
Not all
only
of it,
they've done that with some cards.
All right.
That's a beautiful card.
Or Greymon Ace. It is a really cool art. On play, when Digivolving, until your opponent's turn ends, for every 2 colors your tamers have, their Digimon effects don't affect one of your Digimon. When Digivolving, when attacking, not once per turn, delete one of your opponent's lowest DP Digimon.
Yeah, so we've already seen...
good.
That's really not.
We've already... Okay, this is good for the adventure deck. Don't be in your little pee pants, because it's not good for Greymon Tribal.
The second effect is not also an on-play.
That's true.
I think this would be a lot better if it were also an on-play. I think they were concerned about it making it too good. The deleting, the removal effect is not an on-play.
Yeah, whatever. I mean, just being able to give your dude a blanket, you can't touch me. It's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying it's an objectively bad card. I just wish it were better.
Listen, you'll get
You just wish it was better for a more Greymon tribal deck. I
obviously
see that.
You'll get your Blackmore Gray Ace, and you'll be happy.
Yeah, also the reduction, so the Evo cost alternate Evo condition is only level 5 with Adventure Hero trait for 3 memory. This doesn't even reduce on Metal Greymons or Greymon in name.
That's funny.
Yeah, they boned us, dude. Oh, this is Japanese. I guess we'll
go a little further.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's right.
All right. Metal Garu Ace only reduces on level 5 with Adventure, or only evos for 3 on level 5 with Adventure. Not even Heroes. On play or when Digivolving, return one of your opponent's level 4 or lower Digimon to the bottom of the deck. For every 2 colors your tamers have, add 1 to this effect's maximum. When attacking once per turn, you may play 1 level 4 or lower Digimon card from your trash without paying the cost.
Okay, so it is once per turn.
Yeah.
So I can't double play a dude out, unfortunately. But this is still better than the Wargray.
It absolutely is.
Because his on play and when Digivolving is the removal.
Yep.
And then his when attacking is the spam.
Yeah, this is objectively better than the Wargreymon.
Get riggedy wrecked.
No, because it's Metal Garu. Well, it's not.
Well, what I really like about this is you can swing with him. Okay, actually, I have a question. I have a ruling question. I've been waiting for this one.
Okay.
So, if I play a dude out with this effect, and then that effect evos into the level 5, and then the level 5 gives Metal Garu Alliance, because I'm still within the attacking window, can I then suspend the same body I just played for Alliance?
Yes.
Sick.
Yeah.
You have to trigger them in the right order, obviously, but yes, you could do that.
Yes. All right, cool. I'm in. I love this.
Yeah, that's pretty silly. Ancient Sphinxmon. Cool.
That's pretty sick.
Then we have Greymon. On play when Digivolving, if you have Tai Kamiya or a tamer with the adventure trait, give one of your opponent's Digimon start of your main phase Digimon attacks until their turn ends, and then inheritable is Reboot.
Alright, and real quick, notice this is not a starter deck card. This is BT21.
Oh yeah, it is.
And it's an uncommon, so it'll be a foil
It
pre-release.
will have a pre-release stamp. You are correct.
Also,
That card's
the fact that
pretty good.
This is really good for Greymon Tribal. It evos on top of Agumon in name, so it goes on top of Agu X. Come on, you have Taunt and Greymon now. Stop being a little Debbie Downer.
The taunt is cool if we get a good level 5 ace, but if we don't have one, then the taunt is
Well,
worthless.
I'm assuming you're going to be already in your level 5. What are you going to do? Pass turn evoing into this dude?
You could.
You're probably going to... You're going to go
It's an on-play and a win Digivolving. If we get a good level 5 Metal Greymon ace, this is actually be a good card.
I do like how he only costs 4 memory. That's pretty nice.
Mm-hmm.
You promote Agumon. The Agumon's effect evos into the Greymon for free, and then you X evolve, and then you evo into your level 5.
No.
What are we talking about? BT14 exists.
No.
You know the reason why Edamon is such a good card?
Because he's a hard player.
Yeah, and then you have access to good level 6 aces.
Well, this is a 4-cost Edamon, just not...
Yeah, but we don't have any good level 5 aces to put on top of it right now.
Okay, but I'm saying, like, in something
Edamon
like
would
Mother
suck
Control,
balls if we did not have good level 6 aces to put on top of it.
all I'm saying is you could totally play this in, like, a deck like Mother Control. Not anymore, now that they choice restricted that.
Okay, I'm going to stop listening to you now.
Hi.
These are BT20 World Championship promos. I'm sure they'll be very cheap because Bulkmon sucks. Shout out Robbie. How do I get out of this?
Bulkmon in name and in placement.
Yes. Then we have Gurumon, which is also in BT21 as an uncommon. Security at the end of the battle. Play this card without paying the cost. On play, when Digivolving, you may return one Digimon card with the adventure trait from your trash to the hand, and then the inheritable is when attacking once per turn. Draw one and trash one card in your hand.
Of course it is.
Pretty good. Honestly, I think Taunt is a little better, but being able to recycle pieces, very good. And then once per turn, draw one, trash one's pretty good.
I would say the potential is definitely higher for the Greymon if we get good level 5 aces that can go on top of it.
Yeah.
Sonorizumon. Your turn when this Digimon would Digivolve into a card with the mineral or rock trait, reduce the evo cost by 1. And then the inheritable is when effects, trash this card from a mineral or rock trait Digimon's Digivolution cards, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with a play cost of 4 or less.
I'm glad this deck is still getting support.
Yeah.
I'm glad they didn't just print that deck and then just never touch it again.
I don't know.
Sean's just so depressed about these not tribal Greymon cards.
Yeah, I'm just like, why?
You got the rookie. The rookie's really good. He just lets you warp.
He's okay.
It's basically...
There's not even a good War Greymon to warp into right now that doesn't already have the ability to warp.
We're working on it. We're working on it.
Like, the only one you'd want to warp into is the one that warps itself. It doesn't need the Agumon.
Was his effect only during your turn? Because you could put a Agumon just on the board and then they swing at you and go into War Grey Ace, right?
I don't remember the Agumon.
I'm going to read it real quick. I'm going to see if I'm just misremembering.
Well, there's a Chase.
Oh, it is a your turn effect.
Okay, yeah, so yeah, it's right now it's meaningless. You can warp into the Ace. Whoop-de-doo.
Yeah, Bond Ace, bro. He's right there.
Yeah. Shoutmon King version. Raid and Piercing on a 5000 DP level 4. On deletion, you may place one Digimon card with the Cross Art Blue Flare or Hero trait from your hand or trash under any of your tamers, then save, and then Digicross -1, one Digimon card with the Cross Art trait, and heritable your turn plus 2k.
Okay, it's a cross card. I don't care.
It's also treated as Shoutmon. I'm sure that's relevant.
Doesn't give rush, so I don't care.
It does not, yeah. Shoutmon Cross 7 Superior Mode has 17,000 DP.
Oh,
is this now the strongest? Is this now the strongest Digimon in the game? Base stats.
Actual DP. I think we have a 17 already, don't we?
I think there's a 17k already, but I'm not 100% sure.
What was it? I thought 16 was the highest.
Brandon,
it might be.
Is one of the Omni? No, that was 16.
I'm telling you, I think 16 was the highest.
You could be right.
Because most of the like strong Digimon are 16, like the Jesmon GX, that's 16.
Yeah, most of it's alternate versions of level 7s.
Yeah.
Are you looking, Brandon, or no?
I'm trying. My phone's being a little slow.
I'm telling you, I think this is it.
I'm pretty sure you can just type in.
Like I said, my phone is just being slow right now. I don't know what's going on.
The previous Shoutmon level 7 Superior Mode was also 17k.
17? Okay.
So yeah, it's the same Digimon, so yeah, I guess.
Same, yeah, okay.
Okay, before we read this, let me just put Chris on blast real quick.
Okay.
So I went to our place real quick to build a deck. I need to grab a couple cards for my Omni deck.
Okay.
And I stumbled across his old Crossheart core in our bulk.
Yeah.
The gold Cross 7, the Chase Cross 7 was in the bulk.
It's in there.
Unsleeved.
Oh.
Yeah.
What
in there, unsleeved.
Unsleeved? God, dude, were you raised in a barn?
That card's like $5.
It's like 70 or 80, I'm pretty sure. It actually may have gone up with the release of more cross support. I haven't looked at it in a while.
How much is it?
Let's see if I beat Brandon.
I'm texting my wife.
Oh, okay. I almost certainly will beat Brandon then. It is okay. $61.
Oh, okay. I guess I need to sleeve and put it up. I was in a rush when I took it apart and everything because I needed a couple cards out of it, and
the Megazord art was in there.
Yeah, I just haven't had a chance to re-sleeve that stuff and put it together yet.
That's why you should use inner sleeves like I do. That way, if you take a deck out of its sleeves, it's still in a sleeve.
That's true. That would save us from that. All right, go ahead. Read this off.
I thought I'd put him on. Just thought I'd put him on blast real quick. I thought that was
this big beautiful card that can he just looks cool.
When this card will be played by placing one of your Shoutmon under it, that means in play Shoutmon. Reduce the play cost by 1, and cards in your trash can also be placed for Digicross. And then this guy does the same effect as the previous superior mode, where it says you cross -1 infinite Digimon cards with cross-hearted blue flare trait in different card numbers.
What the hell?
And then it's the same.
Did the other one do that?
Yeah, the other one did the exact same thing.
Yes.
Oh my god.
And then on play, when Digivolving, trash the top 10 stacked cards of one of your opponent's Digimon. So that doesn't even say D-Evo. It gets around D-Evo protection.
Yeah.
That's so stupid.
Oh, is this your guys' first time reading this? I thought I sent this to the group.
I don't read these cards, dude.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
It's a cross-art card. I don't care.
Bro, he's got foot on his
So-
shoulder. Why would I read this? He has shoulder foot.
That is true. He does have shoulder foot. So this is literally a D-Evo effect without D-Evoing,
Yes.
which is
And
ridiculous.
then when attacking,
No. And the worst part is, it gets around the limitations of D-Evo. If you hit a level 3, don't matter. Keep going.
That is
hit a level
true,
2,
yes.
don't matter,
If
keep
they
going.
have anything
Yes.
on... Yeah, that is 100% true. So
And
it's
then
better
when attacking-
D-Evo. Okay, all right.
This is actually straight up power crep D-Evo.
Yes. When attacking, once per turn, you may return one of your opponent's Digimon with no sources to the bottom of the deck. I'm shocked.
Oh, really?
Let's
I never
go.
would've seen that coming. You can just
Love
kill
this
it by
card.
game rules. What card is going to ever have no sources when you play this dude out?
Is he
you
just
can
a rare?
Yes, he is just a rare.
Nice. Okay.
Because you just
That'd be
strip
easy
it all
to
the way
get
down to a level 2 and it just dies by game rule, right?
Yeah,
Is that something you can
assuming they have a time underneath it, yeah. Then you can just blow something else up.
Yeah.
This is pretty similar to the previous one, because the previous one stripped, like... I think all of their sources, or 15, or some stupid number like that. And then bot deck something with no sources.
I mean, I guess... that's crazy.
Yeah, that's pretty ridiculous.
It's also nice.
D-Evo.
And you can do it from the trash as well.
You have to have a
this
Shoutmon
thing?
in play to do the trash part.
I think you have to you had to have a Shoutmon for the other one as well.
Yeah, you did.
So its effects
They
are
both
extremely
work the
similar.
exact same way for that part.
Yeah.
I'm going to be real. I hope Appmon dies.
And this guy does have blue flare in the trait, so you can do that stupid thing that one guy did at the regional, where you you play Metal Gray, tuck this, and then Kaiser nail this out.
They blew you
effect.
straight to hell.
Yeah. Oh, sad. Sociomon. Security at the end of the battle. Play this card without paying the cost. On play, when Digivolving, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 2,000 DP until their turn ends. And then you can link this with an Appmon trait for 2. It gives them 3,000 DP, and then when linking, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 2,000 DP until their turn ends.
Yeah, I don't care.
Okay, so at least it's premium.
It is
Screw this card.
premium.
Go to the next cards. Look
All
at
right.
these.
So these are chase variants for the starter deck. So these will be limited pulls. This is the Agumon. It does go hard.
Oh.
I'm really surprised they didn't make it to where it also evens on top of Koromon for 0. I just realized that.
I mean, it's red and black for 0 either way, but I guess, like, would you ever play, like, a yellow Goromon?
Well, I don't know, Brandon, because I literally can't, because they kept me from doing it.
Yeah, good. Don't need it.
Then we have this thing.
Oh, it looks worse.
It does look
You know, I
worse.
love how I compliment your guys' art, and you guys are just like, oh, this thing's trash.
Even if I wasn't trolling you, I do actually think the Agumon looks better than this.
Yeah, I literally agree.
I like the black and
Black,
gold
gold.
better.
Yes.
Black, gold,
Yes.
and red go so well together.
Yeah. Like, this
Yeah, I
doesn't
got
actually
blue,
look
purple,
bad,
and
but it does
silver.
look worse than the Agumon.
Yeah, I don't think it looks bad. I don't think it looks bad. I just don't think it looks as good. And I'm not just saying that
Yeah.
as an
Because you're a
Agumon fan.
It's your hater.
No, I'm genuinely not saying.
you're a
I
hater.
just
Like,
think
the colors on this go super hard.
yeah. I just think this one looks more vibrant and bright. And it stands out and sticks out a little bit more. And then the other one is just a little bit. I'm not gonna say darker. I just don't think it pops as hard.
It's more plain somehow, yeah.
Yeah. Still very good art. I love it. I think both of them look awesome. I wouldn't mind having one of either of those.
Yeah.
We can eat a fat one.
All right, so I think there's another Medusamon. Whatever. I'll just read this one. So this is the SP of Medusamon. This is the one I sent you guys. So we theorized this effect for red. I don't remember how long ago. But this is literally what we talked about. We're like, how could we make red better? And it was literally this effect. Yes. So Medusamon from BT21, security attack +1, and then has progress, which is a keyword that says while attacking, your opponent's effects don't affect this Digimon.
Period.
So it is, unless it's an effect that persists, if they ace you, it's not going to do anything to this guy specifically.
Yeah, it would have to be premium DP neg, right?
Something like that, yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. Then
I smell a War Greymon with progress coming soon.
I would like that. That'd be pretty sick. I feel like Black War, it would make sense for it to have that as well.
Yeah.
When Digivolving / end of attack once per turn, you may delete one of your opponent's lowest DP Digimon. And then all turns once per turn, when any of your opponent's Digimon are deleted or their security stack is removed from, they play one petrification token. It's a white Digimon 3000 DP that has a your turn this Digimon can't suspend effect, and then also has on deletion trash your top security card.
Oh yeah, that's kind of dope.
Buddy. That's really good.
Yeah, this SP is also pretty sick.
Is this? No. This is the level 6 for that for what's his name's deck. I bet you.
It's a Liberator.
Dreadnought. It's Dreadnought's level 6.
Is it?
Oh, the little pink, the little pink dinosaur,
the little pink dragon.
Oh man, because this actually works with the Tamer because it pops a 4K.
Yes, exactly. Oh my god,
man!
This is Dreadnought's Digimon.
Are the pre-release Dreadnoughts bought out? Let me look. Because this has been released for a day now.
This is a super rare. Okay, this is not the other secret.
Yeah, this SP is very pretty. I really like it.
Yes.
Yeah, I love how we saw the SP before we saw anything else.
Yeah. Does he spell his name? I think he spells his name. I always get it wrong.
I think it's O.
Isn't it Owen
W-E-N?
Yeah. And then
that's what my issue is. They are not bought out. Well, there's 5 listings left. It's quite possible that it did get bought out. A bunch of them got bought on the 1st.
Yeah.
Oh my god, yeah, it got bought out. There's one seller. I'm actually going to go ahead and buy these. There's one seller that has them for $1.20, and then every other copy is $25.
Yeah, Jesus. I'm glad I recognized that. Like once you started reading the card and everything, and I was looking at the card art and I was thinking about the little pink dragon. I was like, hold on.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, because it's all turns when
and Dreadnought's effect.
Yeah. Tap it and pop something.
And it also makes it to where she doesn't pop that thing either.
Right.
Yep. So you can make sure you hit something actually on their board.
Yeah. It's actually a pretty cool effect. Yeah, I just bought a playset of them.
Nice.
I really like this SP. This is another SP that as long as it's not like super duper expensive, I might be interested in picking up.
Oh my god. Look at the next card. I'm jumping ahead. I'm sorry. We're literally getting more dual colored memory boosts.
Yes. So we are getting more dual colored memory boost in the next LM set.
The first one is Ruin Mode support. It's red, yellow.
It's Shine Greymon support. Calm down. Can I move this around? No, I can't. Okay, cool.
Do you want me to read it so you can read it?
No, I can read it. I'm just annoyed. Vermilion memory boost. Yellow also meets his card color requirements. Main reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. Add 1 red or yellow Digimon card among to the hand. Return the rest to the bottom of the deck. Then place this card in the battle area. Main delay, gain 2 memory. You guys know what the rest of this does.
Thank you, Bandai.
Then we have Navy memory boost. Purple also meets this card's color requirements. So this searches top 3 for blue or purple. Which, that's actually Gabumon support.
Yeah, that's Gabumon support.
Yeah.
I mean, if they just print me, or if they just unrestricted wear Garu,
it's not coming back, dog.
Damn it, man!
We have discussed why it can't come back, and know that it's not.
Cowards.
Yeah, I don't want to lose to that deck on turn 2. No, thank you.
Well, maybe have better security. All you got to do is get over 6,000.
Just play more security bombs that hopefully get shuffled into your security at the beginning of the game. Then we have Chartreuse Memory Boost. This searches top 3 for a yellow or green Digimon. So this is the Chaosmon support.
Yeah, Excel.
Excel. That's
Leo in general.
Oh yeah, true. This is Dogwatermon support. Then we have Chrome Memory Boost, which searches top 3 for green or black, which is an interesting combination. I'm trying to think of what archetype would want that.
I have no idea what's on the card.
Royal base, but they're already all black.
Is that Tyrant? Yeah? That's Kokabu. That's Kokabu Terrymon. So like that's the
Tyrant doesn't play any black cards that I'm aware of though.
I'm not sure.
Spitting. I don't know.
I don't know. Then we have Midnight Memory Boost, which searches black or blue.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh God.
And then we have Magenta, which searches purple or red. So that is Perpetual support, and even has Perpetual on the artwork.
That's dumb. God. They didn't need that.
What is Grape Searches? Is Grape Searches purple and green?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is just straight up a way better.
It depends. Ben, I don't know. Ben changes his list like every few days, but he was playing Grape because it lets him search the fighter ace that's blue and green.
When are we getting this?
This is in LM6.
Yeah,
which I see it says pre-order right there.
Yeah, I don't think that applies to us.
Okay. Yeah,
I'm not sure. I mean, it would be nice if we got LM6, but I'm pretty sure Japan gets LM6 and we don't, if I'm not mistaken.
This actually might be a good sign that we are getting it. Because notice how every single one of them is translated into English already.
That is true.
Well, not only that, it literally says 1 box, 6 packs, $35 US.
Oh yeah, it does say USD. Oh, good catch.
Yes.
Why would it be in US dollars?
I literally think we can order this as of tomorrow, or even tonight. I'm pretty sure we can pre-order that somewhere.
10 p.m. Eastern, so yeah, like by the time we get done with this, it'll be close to the pre-order period.
Yeah, so we'll have to tell our stores to make sure they pre-order this.
Yeah. So this is Gaiamon. Fun fact, this reminds me, this has nothing to do with this, but I named a deck Gaiamon in the DCGO sim, and they apparently have filters in there. And apparently you can't write GAI in the sim without it like just filtering it out, because that's gay, I guess. Literally Gaiamon is literally like asterisked out because that's the name of the Digimon. That just made me think of that. So this guy will also be asterisked out if you name your deck Gaiamon.
That's funny.
So this is the Appmon.
This is the God level Appmon card. This is also a secret for BT21. So you can app fusion this guy with Globomon.
Sean, stop what you're doing. Go down, click on the SP, and let's read that one.
Okay, fair enough.
Oh, right.
Yeah, this is the regular art. Hideous. Is this the SP? Nope.
That's the regular alt art.
These are both regular alt arts.
Oh, they are both regular alt arts.
Yeah, so he has 2 different...
That second one looks better. I like that one.
One of them is Japanese and one of them is
reaching into something.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure there is an SP. Let me scroll down to see if they released it.
I haven't seen it yet.
Nope. Okay, so we'll just look at the second alt art then.
Yeah.
Alright. App fusions with Globomon and Charismon for 0. That means they have to be linked together, and then you can basically DNA with them or whatever. Has blocker, and it has the keyword link +1, which means you can link 2 cards to it instead of 1, like Chris mentioned, because he's the only one of us that have seen that tutorial on linking.
Yeah.
And then when Digivolving, when attacking, not once per turn, you may link one Digimon card with the Appmon trait from your hand or this Digimon's Digivolution cards to one of your Digimon without paying the cost. Your turn once per turn. When your Digimon get linked by unsuspending this Digimon, trash your opponent's top security card.
Seems okay. I think it's. I think one of the things I dislike when they do with secrets is like, Atmon's not gonna be able to play this deck without this card.
Yeah, that is unfortunate for budget players that also want to play Atmon.
It's such a conundrum to be in, because how do you make your secrets then? Do you want them to be unplayable, or do you want them to actually be necessary cards you have to have? Like, if you look at other past sets we've had that have had unplayable secrets, at that point,
those sets are
Nene, you're pulling a card and you're just like, I just lost money on this. Nene.
Yeah. BT8 had two bad secrets.
So, like, I think if you actually print good secrets, I think that's good for the set.
I just rather them be more generic.
I would rather them be generic cards rather than like Rena, this card.
Yeah. I was just about to bring up
like
Royal Knights.
Yeah.
Royal Knights had two secrets. They were like, hey,
that
you're a
was
budget player.
Right.
Get out of here.
I just feels like if you want to play this deck, guess what? You got to pull 4 of these secrets.
Yeah. Or buy them.
That's just like the unfortunate part. I'm like, okay, well, I lose a lot of interest in this deck because now I know I have to pull these or but pick these up. And if I don't like the deck, then I just wasted a bunch of money.
Well, thankfully we have Sims that we can.
Right.
And hopefully by then.
No, I'm saying for like the average player.
Yeah, but then we might have the mobile Sim. Yeah.
Yeah,
for the casual player that maybe doesn't have access to the Sims for whatever reason, it's gonna suck because this is probably gonna have fanboy support where like this card is gonna be overvalued for no other reason than its Atmon stuff.
Yeah,
but it's a cool card. But yeah, it's unfortunate if you're a budget player and wanting to play this deck.
I don't think its effect is like overly broken or complicated either. It's just like a very fair card, I think.
I would agree. And it's kind of a gaming card.
Yeah. The SP is actually right under the tie as well. It's bundled with a bunch of other cards.
Oh yeah, it is. You're right.
Oh, okay.
So we have a 2-star Chase Tai Kamiya. This is
sick.
This is very, very pretty. Thankfully, this is not an actual Greymon card, so I'm not going to be like, I need to get this. But yeah, the artwork in here is really cool.
That's sick. Is that a secret?
Yeah, this is the secret rare. Remember we talked about this? The hero deck or adventure deck or whatever is like 5 super rare tamers and then a secret rare tamer.
Right. Okay.
Well, no, for the adventure, you just have to buy the starter decks and then get this.
Yeah, no, this is BT21 secret.
Yeah. That's the next set.
The BT21 Supers are the hero support cards.
Okay, that's right. I forgot.
If you want to play hero, if you want to play hero, you're probably going to need 4 of this.
Yeah.
So,
this
if you want to play
adventure and hero card.
Deck,
it's like
it's both.
Yeah. Sick. Nice. I love that.
Then we have the 4 SPs for BT21. So we have the Medusa, which looks sick. Puppetmon Ace, which looks pretty nice. Galacticmon.
That one looks cool.
The Gaiamon looks pretty dope.
Yeah.
I like how they did these colors on here.
Yeah, I think all 4 of these SPs are actually stunning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really want this Medusa.
The backgrounds.
Well,
Medusa, you want Medusa, huh?
I was gonna say, you interested in that Owen Dreadnought deck now?
I think I might be. Like, for no other reason than obviously this card's kind of sick, but the artwork I really like. Depending on how much these are, like, this is a kind of artwork where I would like try to get these.
Invest.
Yeah.
But like, I love how in the background it's their side profile, like it's half of their face.
Oh yeah, it is. I didn't even notice that at first. Yeah, it's their head.
Yeah, it's most noticeable with the puppet because of the colors.
Yeah.
Beautiful card.
Like
and then a very good reprint we need next, right? Yeah, it's definitely not going to be a serialized numbered card that's also going to be thousands of dollars, right?
Yeah, so we have a Chase BT13 Omni.
We need this, Sean. We need this.
Max rarity Royal Knight players.
This is literally him coming down about to.
Yeah, this is him descending, and he's like, "Yo, dog, the game is over."
Yeah, no, this
also has a work ray and Metal Garu's heads behind his arms.
Yep.
Things are happening to my body.
Yeah.
I feel like if they wanted to use this art, I think it should have been on like an Ace Omni or something like that. And I feel like if they wanted to make a Royal Knight reprint like this one,
because
I think he should have
when
had
this
the
comes
whole Royal
down,
Knight core with him.
I guess that's true, but this is literally him just ending the game. This is ending the game.
Yeah.
He says, "I'm coming for you."
Yeah, coming for something. Yeah, this might end up being a serial. It doesn't actually say on here.
Well, I'm just guessing from the little box right there in the right by his knees.
Yeah, you definitely could be right. It could be like the end of like what they decided to do, where they serial Metal Garu, War Gray, and then now it's the Omnimon.
Now it's the Omni.
And this is just like the most relevant one besides the Ace.
Yeah.
Then we have Floramon. I'm pretty sure we've read this card. Whatever, I'll read it again. On play, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. Add 1 card with Avian or Bird and any of its traits, and 1 card with the Wind Guardian trait among them to the hand. Return the rest to the bottom of the deck. Inheritable is jamming. Anyway. Oh, God. Then we have Griffinmon. So it can Digivolve on top of a Wind Guardian trait for 3 memory, or you can DNA into it with a blue or yellow level 5 and a green or red level 5. It has Alliance, and then when Digivolving, you may play 1 level 4 or lower Digimon card with the Wind Guardian trait from your hand without paying the cost. When attacking once per turn, one of your Digimon may Digivolve into a Digimon card with the Wind Guardian trait in the hand without paying the cost. Rule trait has Avian type.
Okay.
And then this is the Wind Guardian security card thingy. While you have no face up, do what?
Field spell.
Yes, it is a field spell. While you have no face up security cards, you can ignore those cards' color requirements. Face up security effect. Your turn. All of your Digimon with the Wind Guardian trait gain Vortex, and then main add your bottom security card to the hand. Then you may place this face up as your bottom security card. And security effect is you may play 1 Wind Guardian trait level 5 or lower Digimon card from your hand without paying the cost.
This has got Dante written all over it.
Oh, yes. 100%. Adventure trait gets 2000 DP. Wind Guardians gets Vortex. God. Yes. It really sucks being a Gen 1er.
So this is the Greymon that Brandon was talking about. This is from EX9.
That's perfect.
This is interesting because this doesn't seem to be an alt art because there's no star. I wonder if
imagine every card in this set looks like this.
I wonder if that's what that means. Is like the entire set is going to just look kind of interesting.
Look like the virtual pets.
Oh yeah,
he's flexing on you, hoes.
He's doing something. So.
Oh yeah, look, because I have one kind of similar to that right now.
Oh yeah, you do.
It's just not that color; it's yellow.
So this is introducing a new keyword. So this guy also evos on top of level 3 with the DM trait for 2 memory. I don't know what DM stands for. But it has training.
Digital monster.
You know what? You could. That could. You. I think you might. I think you're right. Monster. Yeah, because of the artwork. The frame.
No, because of the training thing. Because I think of this. Because of the border and stuff like that.
The border yeah, I think you're right. It probably does stand for digital monster. All right. So training in the main phase. By suspending this Digimon, place your deck's top card face down as its Digimon's bottom Digivolution card. This effect can also activate in the breeding area.
What? Oh, wait. What? Hold on. Wait. Read that again.
Training in the main phase. Training in the main phase. By suspending this Digimon, place your deck's top card face down as its Digimon's bottom source, and you can do this in breeding.
What?
And then when attacking, it'll make sense. When attacking once per turn, by placing your deck's top card face down as its Digimon's bottom source, this Digimon gets 1000 DP for each of its face down Digivolution cards until your opponent's turn ends.
No,
and then inheritable your turn.
That's a risk. That's a risk.
It's really, really weird. I'm assuming we'll get more things that benefit from having stuff underneath them, but yeah, you get to put things under it that are face down.
That's crazy.
Imagine we get the ability to flip them back face up.
Oh,
They really said with the Yggdrasil and the Mechamon, they're like, hey, we can just start suspending stuff in the raising area. We'll be okay.
Yeah, and this is one of the few effects
well,
that interacts with the breeding area.
real quick, love this. Look at his inherited effect icon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a little chibi pixel art Greymon.
It is.
Oh,
I think you're right too, Sean. It's also just an uncommon. So I think you're right.
No
I think
star.
all these cards.
Yeah,
I think all these cards are gonna be like this.
So I think EX9 is just gonna be like that, which is cool.
Oh, dude, do more stuff like that. That's so creative. I love that.
Yeah. Then they have this, which is alt arts of all of the trainers. Yeah, or the tamers. I mean,
the tie. Oh, too bad most of these cards aren't very good.
Yeah,
Takuya is okay.
Yeah.
Takuya and Tai, I think, are the best too, right?
I'm not sure.
I can't remember.
Then we have artist signature chase variants of EX7 Zephigamon, EX5 Grace Nova, which looks hard AF, and then EX2 Billsmon Blast Mode.
Oh.
Hilarious! Like, this is really pretty art, but the only card
they picked all the weirdest cards to do it for.
Yeah, the only card that might end up being relevant later on is the Zephiga. The other two have been power crept.
Yeah. Like Grace Nova's like trash, and I think that's like that's not even my favorite Zephigamon. Like, I like the starter deck one more because you can get immunity.
Oh yeah, true. This isn't even the one that gains immunity. Yeah, I don't know. And this Billsmon Blast Mode obviously has been replaced by the starter deck one.
Yeah, no, I'm not high. That's Hexblow behind him, right?
It does look like him. Yeah, it looks like his head.
I think so. Yes, that's Ice.
Yeah.
Oh. Still really cool arts. I mean, they go extremely hard.
Yeah, they are very pretty. It's just a shame that, like, you're gonna pull one of these and be like, I need to sell this because I'm never gonna play this card.
I'm not gonna play this.
Then we have the alt art, the regular alt art for Pokemon Ace.
Nice.
Really good looking.
I would have preferred if he had a gun.
Yep, I'm looking for it.
Yeah. Then we have what did it say?
Artist arts.
Artist signature alt arts. Okay, so it's similar to the other ones. So we have the Lonamon from BT18, the Agunimon from BT18, the Wargreymon X from BT9, and for some reason the Titamon from BT6.
Why not?
Who cares about two of those? Okay, that Agunimon and that Wargreymon X antibody.
They go hard.
Literal
X
chill.
looks sick.
Agunimon looks like he is ready for battle.
Yeah, it is unfortunate that these are going to be chase cards, obviously.
Yeah.
But yeah, they are very pretty.
Damn.
That Wargreymon X going to go hard. Alright, then we have App Link. 3 cost green. While you have a Digimon Entertainment with the Appmon trait on the field, you get an owner's card's color requirements. Main reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, add 1 card with the Appmon or App Driver trait among to the hand, trash the rest, then place this card in the battle area. End of your turn, delay. You may link 1 card from your hand with one of your Digimon without paying the cost, then security places card in the battle area.
It's not bad.
Okay.
I mean, I'm sure that'd be good for the deck.
Yeah, I mean, it's an app card,
it's got the... Yeah, it's got the Appmon trait as well.
Yeah, it does. It's searchable, probably.
It just, like, to me, it reads like Cross, so my eyes just start to glaze over whenever I'm reading it, because I just know I don't care.
Alright, then we have reprint announcements for the LM6 set. One of them is Rapidmon X from BT16.
Let's go!
Dude, the Cherubi behind him and everything.
I'm kind of sad about this because I have my alt arts and I have a feeling I might like this one better.
Hey, Sean, if we get this and those drop down enough, maybe if you pick these up, I'll pick up yours. I don't know, maybe.
Maybe. I have a feeling I'm gonna like this art better. Let me look.
Oh, for sure.
I think this stack has them.
This card desperately needed a reprinting.
It's such a clean art.
No, they're somewhere else. Are they in this stack? I can't remember what the alt arts look off the top of my head. Yeah.
This is definitely less busy in my opinion.
Yeah, I think I might end up liking this one because the new one because it's brighter than this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I like
well,
the
it's also
brighter
got
art.
Cherubimon behind it. That I thought that would sell you on it.
I think that's specifically Cherubi X, isn't it?
I can't tell.
No, I think it's just regular Cherubi.
Yeah, it
Well,
does
no,
look
'cause he's
nice.
spikier.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Then we have
Remember, X antibody adds spikes and adds booba.
started X17 Terriermon. This is the good one that lets you play Tamers or Lopmons for reduced play cost.
Oh, that's
Heckin'
adorable.
It is. It's Terriermon Assistant, Lopmon, and Terriermon. Then Billsmon Blast Mode BT19 Ace.
The card we just got?
Interesting choice.
BT19.
Yeah, that's a little odd. I mean, this art looks really cool. I'm just surprised that like so soon we got a reprint of this card.
Right.
I feel like Magna X should have been one of these cards if they're gonna reprint.
Oh, that would have been smart.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a weird choice. And I think this is Ukomon. Yeah, BT16 Uko.
Oh.
That's actually
like
a solid
to have that
choice. These
one.
are still like $10 for the regular rares.
Yeah, and
and-
I'm pretty sure we're getting these.
I mean, you
So-
guys pointed out that it
translated
had prices in US dollars, which would make no sense if we weren't getting that set.
Yeah, so I'm really excited for this. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Especially if they're like guaranteed.
They're
You know-
if it's anything like the LM set we've got in the past, you're not guaranteed the alt arts, you're just guaranteed the promo cards that are new.
I
Oh,
was gonna say,
true.
probably
Yeah.
was it going to be like the LM box, or is it going to be like a... Like,
Well, because if you
So-
go back up,
For Japan's LM set, it works the same way as the LM set that we got.
Gotcha.
So like
all right.
you will
Because we got 2 alt arts per LM box, right?
yeah, and I believe it actually worked the same way for Japan. They got 2 alt arts. I think they had a smaller set because each one of their LM sets was separate, where they like sort of combined a couple of them for us.
Yeah.
So it's probably a less smaller card pool. I'm really surprised Magna X wasn't one of those cards, since
Well, we don't know yet. They might still reveal them.
we don't. But like, if you're reprinting Rapid X, I feel like you should reprint Rena and Magna X as well.
Oh, Rena for sure. Yeah.
All right, comment questions. Kyle Newey 9278 went 2-1 with Ancient Toolbox.
Nice.
Definitely wish it there was
Didn't get
another way
murdered?
to search both colors besides analog and memory boost. Savor the flavor. Deck got bang
Well,
hammered.
Yep.
Yep.
At least he got to try it out and play it for a little bit longer.
Yeah. Sag. RDD48. So close to see the ban list being on the same day as World Finals makes me wish they presented on stream. Saludos. I believe they did present it on stream, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, you
They
got,
did.
yeah, you got your wish.
You got your wish.
Global Digital Empire. As an on-again, off-again competitive Pokemon player with moderate success in multiple generations, I will die on the hill that Mega Evolution is casual bait and is bad for game balance and diversity.
Well, you know what? I'm here for it.
Yeah.
Screw your balance.
I
Legends
like
Arceus was one of the best Pokemon
Megas.
games ever made. That thing was not made for PvP. Coincidence?
Megas are cool.
Yeah, Megas are cool.
I just think it's cool. I think it makes. I think it makes. If they're smart, they'll pick Pokemon that like have no relevance,
have love?
and you immediately make them relevant, or at least can, if they're smart about it. Like I think it's cool giving Pokemon new evolutions or like past evolutions. I don't know. I just think it's neat.
Yeah.
I always think the rule of
I just
cool
think they're
should
neat.
outshine competitive. If it's cool,
Plus, I think.
all right.
Yeah. Plus, I can't wait to see Charizard Mega Z and Charizard Mega A. Duh.
2 new chat sets. Honestly, that's a
It
joke.
wouldn't surprise
but-
me if they did that.
Yeah.
Exactly. I'm waiting for it.
People think Pikachu's their poster child. It's Charizard.
It is Charizard.
Ashes Fall 9530 with the OTK Gallantmon. How do you play the Magna X DNA matchup? I couldn't get over his DP with my swing. He blocks and he kills the stack.
What?
Wait, with what?
The
Isn't Gallant like 20 KDP?
Yeah, I'm curious how you couldn't get out, because Wargrowl X buffs you by 3k, and then Gallantmon buffs you by another 4 on the swing. So like on your first swing, you're 19,000 DP. It's like unless they double procced their Magna X, which means they digivolved into it that previous turn, and then you trash their security so they get to trigger it again, they're not going to be bigger than you.
Maybe just know when to swing?
Yeah, the biggest they could possibly be, I guess. Yeah, actually, he's right. Now that I think about it, they would also be 19.
Don't they have inheritables?
They would also be 19,000 DP if they're playing the BT 16 Demi V.
Which I think all versions pretty much are now.
Okay,
Yeah.
This is, okay, so
I think so. I think
blue
you
plugin.
wouldn't. Huh?
blue plugin, high speed plugin.
This guy.
Anyway, so what you would have to do, is you would have to Evo into the Gallantmon before you swing. That way you can get the 4K buff, and then you swing, get another 4K buff. And they're not going to... If they block, okay, Armor Purge. If they don't block, you get to check 2 security. You minus them by 8,000 DP until the end of their turn.
That's premium.
It is premium. Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, it is an awkward matchup. That deck struggles with impenetrable wall decks. Not saying they're unbeatable, but like it makes it awkward whenever your opponent has like big Digimon on the field.
Well, there's only 2 wall decks left.
Do you think that's going to be a good meta call, Angels? Because like Gallant can't get through that, right?
It can if you know what you're doing. It depends on the Angel player's skill and the Gallant player's skill.
Because I was sitting there thinking, like, if you have blocker and barrier, because isn't there a card that gives everybody blocker, and then you could have barriers and inheritable, so you just block barrier and you're good?
No, not everyone blocker. The blocker is an inheritable from the Magna Angemon, correct?
It gives all the Angels blocker.
Okay,
Yeah,
it does give them all blocker.
Everybody blocker, yeah. And then if you have barrier with like a Gato underneath, I mean, what do they do against that?
Well, if they double proc the Gallant X, it minuses 8k to something.
Oh, that's right. So they can out your Angelomons.
Yeah. That's another awkward matchup. Illegitimately, that matchup depends on how well the 2 players understand the matchup.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah, those are decks that you're just going to have. It's not going to be, oh, I'm just going to promote and kill you. You have to actually like try to break their board.
You have to think about it.
Yeah. Magna X isn't super popular though. You wouldn't know that if you spoke to a casual player though, because it's the end of the world still. But I mean, if you run into it, you'd have to change your mindset. You can't just kill them. Unfortunately, it's no longer an OTK.
Right.
Now you have to play the game. Whoa.
Yeah, buttholes, dude.
I know. I hate it when decks make me play the game.
I know, right?
I'm a red hybrid player. All right. I just want to turn card sideways and kill.
I mean, Bandai also hates it when decks make you play the game. That's why they pair ban Mother Shoto.
Those bastards.
Warrior NK. Which state or states would you avoid driving through or to?
Alabama.
Detroit.
That's a city, dude.
Chicago.
That's also a city.
It's a city.
God, someone failed geography.
No, I'm just naming places out that I think I wouldn't want to drive through.
Yeah, just list the top 5 murder rate cities, and yeah.
Yes.
Those.
Yep. Literally.
Alabama.
I mean...
Atlanta, that one time there's a car in the middle of the road with no one around it. That was hilarious.
I mean, I don't have, like, an actual, like, oh my god, I refuse to drive to or through that state, but, like, there's a certain... I would say beyond 10 hours, like, 10 hours is kind of pushing it for drive time, like 10 to 12. Anything beyond that, I'm just like,
Not the vibe.
Yeah, I forgot how far Dallas was of a drive. I can't remember. I think it was like 10.
I think it's like 10 or 11.
I think it was something
because
like
I think Mesquite is the place we're going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's like a 10 to 9.
US Sean, it's Houston.
No,
Now
it's
you're just
Dallas.
changing it.
Dallas. I never said Houston. You said Houston.
Sean,
Yeah,
can you
Houston,
mute him?
Dallas, it's whatever.
I can
Just mute him.
It's all the same. It's all the same.
It's really not, dude. Texas is huge. Those are very far away from each other.
To hell with the Cowboys.
Okay.
Okay.
Phantom 280. I came in second at pre-release because of Billsma and Ace helping me pop bodies and trash security when I needed to.
That's a pretty good card.
That's a solid Ace to pull at a pre-release for sure. Jim the Kid. During BT16, I didn't pull a single SR at pre-release and got top 4, but because of my locals prizing was top 2 for some reason. Get wrecked. During BT15, my locals quad drew and ended early for both pre-release days, so they ended early AF. Brandon, love your cat. I just want bug contests and day night to matter like I'm Crystal.
Oh, like in Crystal. Yeah. Day night cycle being lost. Only having like unique small interactions here and there. Like, oh, you get an Umbreon. Oh, you get an Espeon. That's basically all it's used for after that.
And days of the week.
Yeah. I was gonna say, because like you catch certain Pokemon during certain times of day in Crystal. That was actually really cool.
Yeah,
like you couldn't get Hoot Hoot. Yeah, you couldn't get Hoot Hoot out of during the day.
Yeah.
But thank you. I am a stepfather to that kitty. It came with the wife. Loves me more though.
Baggage. Benjamin Wiseman 6567. You mentioned how the new Alphamon Oryukin is pretty much unbeatable with his full stack. The one card in that deck I think is kind of unfair is Fellowship of Hope's Keepers. If you're playing a deck that only has deletion-based removal, when you take out one stack before it can go into Oryukin, it just brings out another stack with a free Digivolve, which potentially can out yours on the Digivolve. For a 3-cost option that also searches, I think that's too much, especially if Chronicle gets more support.
I don't know how consistently the people you're playing Alphamon or Yukin are playing, but there haven't been too many times where that effect's actually like popping off for my opponent. Like I've only played against the deck a few times, and I've never seen them be able to consistently be like, hey, here's a whole new level 6 down here that's coming up with it. And like I'm sure it's happened, but it's not a very consistent effect. Most of the time when they're DNAing into Oryukin, it's the blast DNA where like they're doing it from like the hand or and whatnot. Yeah. There's not too many times where.
Have you considered just bot decking it?
Yeah, have you considered playing colors that aren't deletion based removal?
Yeah. I mean, I think that deck is extremely fair. I don't think there's anything too crazy about that deck that has me like thinking that it's gonna be broken with more support.
It has powerful plays, but yeah, I would agree it is fair.
Yeah, like Oryukinmon, once it comes out and if it has like the entire line underneath it, yeah, the Alphamon plus the Oryumon and all that, like yeah, it's very strong, but it's definitely outable.
Yeah.
It is unbeatable.
It's a pretty good card. And I think when the archetype does get more support, which I'm certain it will, it'll probably be a pretty scary deck. And I'm sure DP based deletion colors will probably have issues with it, but
right.
For now it's fair.
Fair and balanced.
Sawyer Smith 3965. Last video, I more so meant that you run all the rush stuff and aggressive stuff that gives security attack up. 4 OmniX, 4 Gallant, BT13, Flame Rocket for Royal Knights. It really can be a valid option. Try it out. Ends up caring less about what knights you get in your stack. You just care about how many there are. It's not really even a budget version. It just has a different game plan. You just plan to rush 2 turns in Gallantmon X to finish game with Flame Rocket on one of those turns and a Purge of the Royal Knights at some point. You need 1 chip from a body they left on board usually. I haven't tested it yet, but Jesmon GX could be an option if you feel you need more copies of 2 swing finishes. Yeah. You can definitely have half or more of your deck take a security in one way or another, and the other half draw or search. So it's not that piece reliant either. You only really need Omni BT13 to kill, so you might even want to cut a couple of copies for better on plays, more aces, etc. if you go the traditional route. I run 2 at this point with red and black Royal Knights mostly to use the best aces, and they have the most aggressive cards. I have all 4, but it just doesn't feel like you need to see more than 1 a game. With all the draw, you'll see it by turn 3 to 4 when you want to kill. 3 would be better if you aren't running a less aggressive Knight package. Royal Knights is starting to feel like Demon Lords in the way that there are multiple valid options depending on what is good at the time.
But Royal Knights has always kind of been like that, where it had like a bunch of valid options to do stuff.
Ben tested the version he's talking about versus me, and that's the one that like he like purged out a Gallon X and like activated like triple fire rocket. And I was like, oh, am I dead? And it can high roll you and be scary like that, but it seems on the surface, just from what I looked at, a worse version of Royal Knights. It can high roll you. It has a much higher high roll potential, but
y'all enjoy Royal Knights while you enjoy it while you can. Enjoy it, because you know what? I've seen the poll. I've seen what's coming Tuesday. Am I immediately going and grabbing all my cards that will prevent Sean from playing the game? Yes.
Yes.
Just in case.
How impolite.
Just in case.
What makes you think I'm playing it Tuesday?
Because that's how the poll works. It was last week and then this Tuesday. Because you're not going to want to play Necromon again.
I kind of need to.
That? Oh, you kind of, yeah. I mean, you're right. You got no footage.
I like the only match that I can even potentially post is the one versus Robbie's and Vizamon.
That's not true. You can upload ours.
I didn't do anything.
Okay.
It's like, here's a showcase of Necromon that's not doing anything while I get killed by Shoutmon. Cool.
Yeah, it's a cross showcase.
But there are so many chats in the gameplay with Robbie.
Yeah.
Of various.
I showed him the clip and he goes, "Oh my god, I am a loser."
I was watching the gameplay back and I was like, what the hell, Robbie?
That's fun.
I blame the fact that the chairs at Trinity are lower relative to the table than they are at TBS.
You're not looking over.
So I'm not looking over at my opponent's field as much. That and I'm just not paying as much attention because I'm more worried about like what I'm going to do on my next turn. But yeah, he got away with a couple things in the moment. Venomous Monarch 2447. Love the channel. This podcast is my go-to for listening while I'm at work. Keep up the awesome work. Thank you.
Thank you.
I've made it a personal goal to get better at Digimon. I've been playing for just about 2 years and just get rolled over so hard. Do any of you have any advice for someone in my position?
I think it just really depends on what you're playing. Like, if you're just playing for the win, just net deck a top deck and learn it. Learn it. I think you really need to understand your deck to the highest degree, and then also understand what is going to be played. Like, tech for your locals. That it's okay to do that. Unlike Chris.
Yeah, Chris refuses to do it for some reason. He acts like he goes to nationals, and he's like, I need to be concerned about everyone else's meta.
Everything. Hey, think about it. You run into Caleb? That man's how can you tech for Caleb? You don't know what the hell's in his deck.
I don't worry about what Caleb's playing, my guy.
You never know.
But yeah, I think also practice. Like, get the DCGO app through its sources. Obviously, we can't tell you how to do that because it's not officially licensed. Get that and just practice. Like, really learn and understand, like, different interactions, different play lines, different things that your opponent can do to you. Like, knowledge, practice are important. Like, it's up there.
Yeah. Also, the concept of choking.
That's a good concept.
More often than not, it is best for you to give your opponent as few memories as possible every single turn so you can limit what they can do.
Yeah, unironically, it's very important.
There's also the thing where it's like, I think it's to pick up and be good at any skill, it takes like 10,000 hours. Something like that. I can't remember the exact phrasing of that.
I think you're right.
It just takes time though. Like knowing all the cards and what they do and everything is very helpful as well. Knowing the rule sets. Don't be afraid to ask questions. I know a lot of people will be like, well, I just don't want to ask just in case. It's like, bro, I always say, like, I'd rather ask and look stupid than not ask and just never figure it out, or, like, you know, be stupid and actually do something dumb. I don't know. It takes time, even though it's been 2 years. Like, there's a lot of us still, like, make dumb plays and dumb mistakes all the time.
What were you saying, Chris? We're recording again.
Oh, you know, just it takes time, and you know, like, even though you've been playing for 2 years, I mean, there's no way to, like, be perfect at everything. Everyone makes mistakes. And just and it's like Brandon said, maybe you just try and play like a more tier 1 deck if you're really that worried about wins. There are some decks in the game that can just carry a pilot to winning. I think Galamon is that deck. That deck literally will make it to where you win.
Decks like, with very, very obvious win conditions.
Yeah, very obvious play lines. Like, this is what I do. This is all I do.
Turn cards sideways for lots of damage.
Yep.
Yeah, I agree. Just pick a good deck and just practice with it a bunch. And also familiarize yourself with how other decks work, to where you know what they could potentially do to you depending on the scenario.
Knowledge and practice.
Yeah. It takes a lot. Like, it's not easy to be good at the game.
Yep. And, you know, we talk about this all the time. We've even mentioned the quote a bunch of times. To win, you have to be good, but you're definitely lucky.
To win a big event, but yeah.
A big event, yeah.
Goatboy TM 4676. I see Sean drinking the strawberries and cream Diet Dr. Pepper. Amazing choice of beverage. Yes, that's what I was drinking. They're actually really good. How I would describe it is Diet Dr. Pepper combined with strawberry milk in a not gross way.
Okay, high vibe.
Interesting.
It tastes good. Like, I know that descriptor probably sounds gross, but, like, that's the best way I can describe it. But it is.
No, I get what you're saying. Yeah, I get where you're coming from.
Our mother used to drink exclusively Diet Dr. Pepper a while ago, so I can't stand the smell or the taste of that stuff anymore.
That was grandma. That was not mom.
Mother did it too when we were here in Florida. She had it in the old trailer, the first trailer.
DDP is the goat diet sody, dude.
If I'm going for a sody, if I'm reaching for a sody, I usually go for either. I have 3 options: an orange sody. I'm not picky, Fanta or Sunkist. I go for root beer, specifically Barks, or cherry Pepsi. Those are my 3.
I think Muggs is better than Barks.
Okay, Chris,
or
see
Mug,
him out.
Not Muggs,
Take him out.
Mug.
I love all forms of root beer.
I like cream soda as well.
Barks is my favorite, but I love all of them.
I like Mug. Just tastes better to me. It's like it. I like the sweeter.
Yeah, I could see that. Muggs is sweeter.
Yeah, Barks does have a bite to it, and it's kind of similar in like how Coke and Pepsi are. Like, Coke has more of a bite to it, and Pepsi's sweeter. I like Mug better. I mean, I'll drink Barks. I'm not gonna be like, ooh, gross, get it away from me. But, like, if someone were like, which would you have? Like, which would you prefer? I'd be like, Mug, please.
Dude, I almost threw hands with our grandma-in-law because she was like, "Oh, you guys want some Bargs?" I went, "Yeah, I want some Bargs." She poured it. I drank it. It was cream soda.
Cream soda is also lit. However, I would never want to drink something expecting a certain flavor and being surprised with a different one.
Yeah, because it was in a glass too, so I couldn't see it. Like a cup, not a glass, but like it was in a cup, so I couldn't see it, so I just drank. Oh man, I was pissed.
I've actually thrown up immediately one time whenever I was a child, but I bit into what I thought was a chicken sandwich that ended up being a fish sandwich, and because my brain was expecting chicken, the texture and taste of the fish, I immediately threw up, and I was like, ugh.
Your body was like, this isn't what I thought it was.
I was like, this chicken is bad. Get it out.
Our Walmart sold corn nuggets for the longest time.
Yeah, those are good.
It's literally just breaded and fried cream corn.
It's really good.
And I swear to God, if I ever was offered, oh, you want some nuggets? And I ate it and it turned out to be corn, I think I would be in prison. I would have committed mass murder.
Yeah, if you think that's a chicken nugget and you bite into a corn nugget, that would be a very similar situation.
I already don't like cream corn. Cream corn's not a
you're just
vibe
wrong.
for me,
I mean, but you're allowed to be wrong.
Ugh.
You also like Gabumon, so. He also said, I did buy the promo Shadramons. I got them in December when they were $38.
Oh, you got a steal.
Yeah, I was about to say, good pricing on that.
Solomon Branch 9053 Zenith, the Galacticmon Tamer, allows you to return 2 Venmon to de-digivolve, and if you have the BT11 or BT18 Snatchmon, whenever Venmon go from sources to deck, the Galactic unsuspends, so the option will allow you to OTK.
Boom. Boom.
Oh, someone responded to the comment. Suja Brains V2. Yeah, Sean dismissing the deck because he hasn't faced a competent player will really come around quick soon. Deck was already on the verge of very bottom tier 1, but was underrepresented. Okay, Cope-harder.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know about right now. I don't know about it being right now. But the new support is definitely very strong where I'm like, hey, it's like it could be bottom tier 1. I don't know about it right now.
It may end up being good, but this person is talking as if it were already bordering on tier 1, like prior to this support. And that's obviously not the case.
No, it takes way too much to try and win with that deck right now.
Yeah, if you want an unkillable boss monster, just play Magna X. It's way easier to do.
Yeah, I don't know about it right now. The future support, though, yes.
Yeah, I love the sassiness. D. Lacey 1895. Yo, whoever is trying to make the Digimon Slay the Spire game, hit me up.
Yo, for real?
For real, for real.
For real, though.
Amateurish Author 2202. The Gamamon is a Warp Evo that allows Megas to warp into Seriousmon. All of the level 5 Gammas, except for the Hero trait one, I think, have this Digimon has the effects of all cards with Gamamon in their names and this Digimon's sources. I've seen people talk about warping Mirage into Sirius, then somehow using Kaiser Nail to play him back out from sources.
Well, he's at 1 now, so eat a bag.
Well, it's not now. Technically, it's in about 2 weeks.
Well, I mean, you're not going to be able to do this with this anyway, because it's a BT21 card.
That's a good point, Brandon. You got me. Adaptive reasoning. I forgot. Kari did have her name changed / shortened from Hikari. Also, her and Tai had their last names changed from one Japanese last name to another, and I have no idea why. It was originally Yagami, not Kamiya. Yeah. That is odd.
Right. There's a lot of weird, a lot of very strange name changes and everything when they came over. It's very strange. Even the attacks are different. Like they don't make any sense either.
The localization team back then were just like, whatever, that sounds right.
Pepper breath. Like I get you don't want to say baby. What's its over? I think it's baby flame. Yeah, baby flame.
That's
that's just as ridiculous.
I didn't know that, but I would have preferred for it to be baby flame. That's funny.
Yeah, it's right? Awesome, right?
Baby flame.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, get him.
I don't know. Very strange.
Kyle Newey 9278. Definitely want to thinking about changing my Dynamon deck around. Maybe go green base and play the Tentomon and Palmon SR rookies for memory and DP buffs.
Play the bunnies. Play bunny Dino.
He also said pulled 2 alt arts from locals prizing and pulled 3 from my 2 boxes and a Gallantmon. That's pretty good.
All right.
Some pretty good pulls.
Go off harder, God.
Dareday436. Hard disagree knowing what makes the generations broken mechanically and using that to your advantage makes for like a good 2 to 3 day run of the game. Edit, I will admit after some reflecting, for every fun cheese like outspeeding and using warp or auto crit Razor Leaf, you do have jank like I think Marowak is like the only Pokemon in Gen 1 that if it uses focus energy, its critical hit ratio won't actually overflow and go into the negatives. Yeah, dude, I'm talking, when I say, I mean Gen 1 specifically.
Tape and bubblegum.
Yeah, blue and red are unplayable if you know how the game is supposed to work, because it's not gonna work like that.
Yeah, like even the like special attack and attack, like the differences
There's
on
no
that, like
there's no split in
yeah,
the first like
there's
3
no-
gens, I think.
yeah, there's like nothing going on there.
Dude, that's not
And,
even the worst. The worst part is all of the other stuff. Like, there's so many issues with Gen 1 specifically. If you play a remake of Gen 1, that's completely fine. I'm talking about just playing Red or Blue OG specifically. Like, I wouldn't want to do that because I have a pretty good understanding of how the game should work, and it wouldn't work that way.
Yep.
I would definitely just, if I'm playing one of them, I'm playing Fire Red or Leaf Green.
Yeah,
like
that's what I would
I'm not
suggest.
going to. Yeah, I'm not going to red or yellow.
However, I could play
green.
Crystal or Gold or Silver. Those would be fine with me.
Yes.
Crimson 35124. Let's see some of Ben's Perpetual games. Well, apparently he's been cheating. So.
Oh, he told me about that.
Yeah.
Oh,
He made
I also
sure
gotta
not to
say
do it
this.
again. He did make sure not to do it again.
I've got to say this too. There is no reason why that Dino B or Zipyldra, one of the two, should have protection from bottom decking
when
stuff.
Your
And
dudes
then
would leave the board
that
or
is-
be hot decked or something.
It's the Dino.
that's
There we go.
stupid. Why does that
They
deck have
already
that?
have partition.
Well, Dino B protects from bouncing and bot decking Pyogemonist deletion.
Yeah, that's stupid. Why do they have that?
I don't know, dude. Why do some archetypes have things that make them good?
That's dumb.
Why is the sky
does that
blue?
deck have that?
How's Positrack work?
Well, sky's not blue, actually.
does.
It's a reflection of the water. No, I'm just kidding.
Fuck off. Yeah, apparently he's accidentally been cheating because of some complicated rulings.
Honestly, that thing is a minefield for rulings.
Perpetual is the rulings nightmare deck because of how DNAs and all kinds of weird stuff work. Very easy to accidentally cheat with that deck by just missing something with how it works. Grim the Nightmare 6536, thank you for being a channel member. Nah, that Gallantmon's promo doesn't have a when digivolving effect. And that Gallantmon promo doesn't have a when digivolving effect. You're crazy.
Can't blow yourself up if you don't have an effect.
Yeah. Hachiko42, thank you for being a channel member. I always enjoyed free-for-all rules in Magic the Gathering. Been trying to think of a way to do it in Digimon with the memory mechanic. Maybe when turn passes the player to the right each time memory... Maybe where turn passes to the player on the right each time memory goes past 0. You wouldn't have a set side on the memory gauge if it's an odd number of players, but otherwise I think it would work. Thoughts? So he's talking like Commander-esque.
Yeah, doing like a...
I mean... You could do something like that. I feel like... I don't know. I've never played Commander before, so I don't have any experience playing a free-for-all.
Maybe it'd have to be one of those things where it's like you, instead of like 2 memory gauges, you have like a square memory gauge, like depending on how many people you're playing against.
So you determine who you're giving the memory to when you spend it?
Well, it would just like go in like the order.
That's kind of what he was saying.
Okay, yeah.
Because after you pass turn, it just goes to the player on the right.
Yeah. And that's just how you would keep track of it. It would just be like a square.
Yo, imagine
then,
you gain so much memory, it goes backwards. That could happen.
Oh, God. Alright, technically got 20, 40, 60, 80 memory.
I didn't mean that far. I meant to where it goes back to the player on your left's turn.
That'd be hilarious.
It's possible in Gallantmon and stuff like that where you can gain a bunch of memory.
Yeah.
Ace Overflow looks like it's not my turn anymore. It's the other guy's turn.
No, it's your turn.
That'd be so weird.
You'd probably have to make a rule to where like that wouldn't happen. It would just cap at 10 and it couldn't go backwards. I think that'd be the simplest way to fix that. But yeah, that would be interesting.
Just make a circular memory gauge that goes from 0 to 10, 0 to 10, 0 to 10, and just have a rule in place where you can't go back.
Yeah. I think it'd be interesting. I just don't know how it would work. Because, like, I don't know. I feel like free-for-alls like that always end up with people ganging up on whoever they think is...
Oh, no, 100%, yeah.
So, like, It's just like playing a board game where someone starts doing well and everyone has the ability to gang up on them, so they just do.
Yep, they just do.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it would be fun for the first 10 minutes, and then people would get salty because they'd start getting sabotaged by everyone at the table.
Hierarchy would be formed.
Yeah. Hey, look, this guy hit me turn 1. Screw him. Screw him for the rest of the game.
Listen, this guy over here is playing Gallantmon, dude. He's gonna OTK one of us. We gotta take him out first.
We do. We have to kill this guy. Come on. Stop politicking at the table. God, Brandon, you're already coping. I'm looking at the stuff you sent us.
I'm not opening it yet.
For everyone watching, Brandon is building decks.
I'm already trying to make Ancient Omni list.
For Ancient Omni with just one Lobo, and he's sending screenshots of the deck list in our chat.
One promo Lobo.
Oh god.
That is everything.
Yeah,
right?
that was the last one.
Okay, sweet.
God,
I can go shower now.
hate me.
Dude, yeah, it's so you.
I could understand the EX5 cards. All right.
Yeah.
Understandable. What do my promos do, man?
I mean, the promos are obviously like they make sense.
Really
too.
Good.
Maybe your issue is you gravitate towards really broken things that need to be on the list.
Brandon's on his knees looking up to Bandai and being like, "Do you not love me?
Why have you forsaken me?
Why have you forsaken me?
Father, why have you forsaken me?"
No, it's like, let me pull up like a Gabumon card. This is my boy. Bandai banned. No, my boy.
My boy.
Father, help.
Yeah, I still am really surprised the Galaxy Engine went untouched.
Dude, right?
That was one that I thought was just like going to be a given. I was just curious how they were going to address it.
I just at the tamer, honestly. But like, they limit the promos, but they leave Ko and Sayo or whatever he's called untouched.
I think if they just limited this card, it would severely nerf the deck.
Yeah, you'd be hitting Mirage and Galaxy by hitting that card.
Yeah, this is the biggest issue because this is what like gives you so much extra memory when you're doing stuff.
Yup. But yeah, it's basically 2 free memory because you're evoing for reduced 1 and then gaining the 1 back. So it's just like, all right, cool. I evoed into my level 4 for free.
And then once you have multiple tamers set up, you can start evoing into them for free and just gaining memory.
Yeah, just gaining memory. It's crazy. All right. Anyway, let's do this recap.
All right.
I need to eat. It's so late.
Me too.
I need a shower.
Excellent.
All right. I'll see you boys later.
I'm gonna go co-parter and try building this deck.
Good luck.
Good luck.